Washi gonna find Bolu, but does get hit markers by Jez. They're now all tied up 1-1. Theo is going to get taken down by Jez. You can now see Jez pushing up towards the B flag. Rock that 35 round. See that we have Vague pushing up incredibly far, but this should be a free kill for Theo. Sure enough, with the push from the backside, finds Jez.
Licença, Tocinha! Pofo! Botão no cofrinho do Limes! Pofo pra cima do Delzinho! Double pofo do craque! Faz clique aí, meu chat! Você tá no YouTube, faz o clique da jogada! Tomara tá!
Um som morto.
Vou cravar cima, tá na esquerda, tá na esquerda.
Tem um, só tem ar. Vai ter mais um.
Aí tem que botar essa
Pode ver agora, calma, segura.
Sub-Zero pernambucano. Nossa!
And we've got two players left to deal with. FN 420. Oh my god, Lucky, what the hell was that? Count them out. Can't do it. Lucky is Dark Wizard. You're the only hope here, Dark Wizard. Oh my god. We've got a 2v5 that is a reality. Lydia looking for the shots. Lydia's gonna round the corner. Lydia finds one. Lydia just needs to find Lucky. Doesn't happen. We're going to another round. The most at the moment finds another one. Just an absolute demon. Moving quick in with the side of Nova. Danger just going in for you.
People see, there is one A now.
Marvel misses one, but doesn't miss twice.
Out. Oh my. Chris, he's all one. Four. Where you at, homie? I know you're in a typical sniper in this area, but right now you're a sniper. With an 80 with close. Lucky. Get headshot. Cosmo, throw the smoke. Get it too, homie. We got a 1v1.
Oh my goodness, Iona! Bro, watch.
Extend was left alive. Now it's Iona looking to make this.
Yo, this girl's dirty! Aggressively push up to this degree. Lydia's able to find one. Artem Misa coming through. What's that? Is that the kilo? Whoa! Whoa! Artem Misa, the Damascus kilo. Ooh, Chels. Finds one, is looking for two, but Artem Misa. Yo, this girl kind of nuts with the kilo, bro.
Yo, how are you?
I have been.
He is a freak. He's a beast.
Found herself on that Sparrow shot. But the Angels do maintain this P3. Oh, Brick stuff! Well, it was looking good for a minute there, Verdict, at the beginning of this round, but it has quickly gone in. I think you're right on the money. The arrow can push that up, finds two in the feed to start things off. Those double kills are worth a ton of points, let alone
guys, and welcome back. My name is Diana, and guess what? I'm your host for quarterfinals. We are already in that moment of the season, and I'm just feeling how the season is end soon, and I just really don't want it. But we are here today, and we have our two favorite casters, right? Verdict and Gilmania. So, guys, how was your day? Yay!
For me personally, I gotta say that it's been great, although it's definitely way too hot. I mentioned to you guys, and it's just wild to me, but it is what it is. I'm still ready for it. We are already on the playoffs, and I couldn't be any more excited here. How about you, Diana? How are you feeling today?
Well, it's been 6 degrees here. We are definitely not dying of being warm. But I am very good. I am very, very happy. We had a great last week. I managed to cast with Verdict. If you didn't watch that, you should watch it back. It was a blast to go cast with Verdict. He's amazing, right? So, yeah, and, well, it was okay, you know. The day was okay. But how about you, Verdict? Tell us, how was your day?
I'm coming off a great weekend, a phenomenal last regular season day of Mobile Mayhem for both NA and EU, and I'm so super hyped for the playoffs. Speaking of it being hot, man, that's one of the reasons why I put my clickbait notification. Chat, if you clicked it, you perverted. You're very welcome here. This is exactly the kind of energy we want in our stream. Obviously, we're capping, but it is extremely hot. It's 30 degrees where he's at. It's 30 degrees where I'm at. It's getting pretty, pretty heated, just like these quarterfinal matchups are about to be, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. And you mentioned them. Do you want to go and tell us which games we're gonna see today?
Absolutely. Taking a look at it. Match of the day. We're going to start things off with 117 Not Found in a best of 5 versus F8 Dogs. Number 3 seed taking on the number 6 seed. And 31ers and Enigma to wrap it up is another best of 5. The winners of both of these matchups will be moving on to face off against their counterparts in the number 1 seed and the number 2 seed. I think this first one moves on to face off against Kings. And the winner of the 31ers and Enigma matchup move on to face off against Animas.
Damn. That sounds some solid, some solid gameplay. But yeah, today we're gonna see 117 Not Found versus Ducks as the third matchup. And well, you were not here, Gil, last week. But what do you think? Do you have any predictions before we start in this matchup?
I mean, unless something wild happened and there was like a 180 swap on the way that I've seen playing the FA Dogs, I would say that 117 should have it in the bag, if I'm being honest with you all. I feel like since it's a best of 5, there's some like wiggling room for us to maybe see a game 4. But if I'm being honest with you, I still feel like it should be an easy one for the 117 members.
Yeah, that's great. You mentioned both games gonna have best of 5, right? We're gonna have the 2 best of 5 today, and I can go over the maps very fast. We're gonna start with a hardpoint on Ray, followed by an SND on standoff, and because we have best of 5, we have a control that we're gonna play it, right? So we're gonna have a control on slumps, right? If we're gonna go more, right, we're gonna have a second hardpoint on takeoff. And if we're gonna have another SND, it's gonna be on firing range. We do have Summit Band on the side of 117 and also Hacienda on the side of FA Ducks. And Verdict, what are your predictions?
I think I gotta roll with Gilmania. I think he's got the right calls here. 117 may not be the team that we expected him to be this season, but neither has the Ducks, honestly. We haven't seen much out of the Ducks. And if we're putting them on, the same platform, I've got to roll with 117. I think the head-to-head for this matchup was 117 brutally beating the Ducks, if I do recall. And I think it was at a 2-0 fashion. I'd have to go back and check my notes, but I feel like this is 117's matchup to lose, and the Ducks' opportunity, if they do have the talent to provide us some outside of what we've seen in the regular season, the opportunity for them to sound off and make some noise here to playoffs.
Okay, well, both teams are here. Guys, I'm going to see you after this long matchup. Have fun.
It's certainly going to be a long one, Gil. I know we were just talking about the best 5. It's about to start here in a moment as the hard point's right around the corner. We are going to be heading over to Raid. That's right. I can't believe she read that out loud and did not have a disgusted look on her face. Oh, she did have one, but we couldn't see it. But That's neither here nor there.
Right?
Thoughts? I mean, come on now.
Oh, man.
This series, it has potential to be great. It's just all about what team the Docs present today, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like with the Docs eventually having the opportunity to play on the defensive side first on control. I'm going all the way down to control.
Okay.
I feel like that could be a key part of them, like swifting what we are mentioning if they play their cards right. I feel like if they play their card rights, sorry, on here on hardpoint and then on control, something different could happen. But this first game
That's a
here
good
on
point.
Raid is gonna be just having a huge impact.
No, you got a great valid point. I think that's one of those opportunities. Wait! Whoa!
Hey,
Whoa!
Bobby with a raid.
Whoa! Come on,
Oh.
everybody! What are we talking about here? What is going on? I'm looking at no DQ, no party. Oh my God! You guys are selling, man. You guys are selling hard. Don't tell me.
I just read that too.
Why are we forfeiting? They changed one name. It was one name. It wasn't multiples. Can we just let one name slide? Two names? I didn't see two names. What was Champions? I didn't get a chance to see Champions.
Yeah, I did not read any of those today. Oh well, so what? I think we're going to have to go for a break, right?
Yeah,
Question
we're gonna get our act together. Don't you guys go anywhere. We shall return after this long intermission of what we try to figure out what is going on and get to the root of the evil that is happening. So don't go anywhere, guys. We're gonna be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back after further discussion. Obviously, this is not what we had planned for Mobile Mayhem quarterfinal matches. I'm gonna continue to call it quarterfinals but after further discussion and figuring out what we wanted to do, obviously we want to see this matchup played. We don't want to see DQ come through. I know it's EU, and I know you guys are used to seeing it, but that's not why we are here. We're not here to just allow one team to pass. It's got to be earned in this sense. So the name changes for the players. Personally, again, this is not my decision. This is admin's decisions. Champion's name obviously is changed. It isn't changed drastically to where it would be considered a name change, in my opinion. And I think the general, consensus would be that wouldn't be considered drastic. But Veers has got to go. I don't know what Veer was thinking, bro. I think they're going to have to find a fit in Yaya, and the name changes. Look, chat, we can base it on, UIDs, but we're not in the business of changing rules mid-season, okay?
Yeah, there's nothing new about all those rules, right?
Exactly. When you play under a name for an entire season, that means something for, a few things. People who are keeping stats. More importantly, them. For us in the viewer experience, we want to know who's playing and why they're playing and, why they're doing so well and why they're doing so poorly. If you're coming in with a different name every week, there's a problem behind that. That creates so many problems for the viewer experience to get ruined. And then for people who are keeping and maintaining statistics across the board, it makes it difficult for them to do so. So not everybody can do their job when a player is continuously just changing their name. So the roster change into effect for name changes in that instance, it has to go through. We don't know what else to do to prevent players from keeping the same name throughout the regular season and throughout the playoffs. So we're going to get their fifth. I do believe they are going to have Johnny come through and play, aka Yaya. That's right. That's he'll hear this and just kind of laugh it off. But I don't know if he's in the lobby just yet. So, Gilmania, thoughts? Did you expect and anticipate us to come through and it just be like a flaming pile of dog dookie as soon as we're about? Literally, we're about to tee off into hardpoint. I'm going in my opening pitch, and then everybody's just bouncing out of the lobby.
Yeah, and it's kind of. I feel like this season we talked about how normal in a sense has been for Europe recently, and they were like, you know what, I'm gonna show you something now for the playoffs, and that's as you mentioned. If the rules are there and if you know the rules, there's nothing new. It's just crazy to me that you do it on this time of the season, but as long as we get the opportunity to continue, hopefully, like you mentioned, Yaya will be able to join us in this to make it a 5v5. But that's the beauty sometimes of Europe, how unpredictable it can be, I guess.
We are in shambles right now, chat.
Okay. So for it to be the case, all right. Look at that! I see Drosen over there. Hi, Drosen.
Hey, how's it going, Drosen?
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome, Jack Cito. We got some celebrities in chat, bro. Oh, there we go. We got a fifth finally.
Lucky, Derex.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, there's that. Seems like
we're almost ready to go.
Stuff has been. Yeah. We're almost there. Almost there. Do not worry about it. How you do calls when the whole team's Spanish? I mean, you just join. It's not like we, the casters, are the one making the calls, right? So we just listen.
Yeah. Who also told you that Derek says to speak Spanish?
Yeah. I would say that the majority of the time they go for Spanish, and then they sometimes change to English a little bit, but it's mostly Spanish.
It's like
right?
Spanglish, right? It's like a majority of like Spanish, but it's also like. Veer, you're how do I say this politely? You're a moron. And I mean that in the nicest way, bro. God,
like, you cannot blame it on us, like literally. Oh man, verdict. Let's stop talking about that and let's go straight into the game. We got it ready. This is gonna be, as we mentioned, some action on raid. We're going straight onto the hard point. And well, this is gonna be the first match of the quarterfinals. This is the FA Dogs versus 117 Not Found.
There we go. FA Ducks versus 117 Not Found. They are going to be without Veer, so we're going to see what the Ducks can put up. Already we had made our predictions. It was in favor of 117 Not Found for obvious reasons. Right now, probably going to be a double down of predictions as we see P1's open for business. Ringside is widely running rampant with 117 players all over the objective. Yaga's fighting demons too, bro. This is a tough one, but so far so good for 117. Spanish Connection. They are connected to dots here in the P1 site, and they got Caesar. He is clicking up top there, but on the point, it's Lucky. He is putting in God's work with the M2. He's got a Freddy already. And even with that being popped, he wasn't even being able to take down by Champy. Champy Chew. That was a rip, bro.
I mean, he frying here with the EM2. He's just insane. Still alive already with 8 kills, a double now with a 100-killer drone. He is now waiting for the next victim to walk by. He's gonna hurt him out. The call is gonna be made. He knows there was someone to the right, but there was also someone to the left. That's gonna be a small retake in favor of the FA Dogs, but it's literally just scrap time. It's gonna be 6 points in their names, but now rotated already into the kitchen. We're gonna get players on the side of 117 already cooking something good for themselves, and they continue to control once again. Lucky with the OVJ time has already verdict been nearly a minute inside of the hill. He is just insane at both OVJ and slaying power for the team. 9 kills for him. He's the one putting in the most work across the board right now, and I mean, he's being the toughest man to get killed. Finally they're gonna knock him down, but I don't know if that's gonna be enough. Karma still inside of the hill, finally drops dead by the hands of Creed there. And well, the retake once again, but I just feel like it's getting really good to start off in favor of 117.
It is right now. Yaya not necessarily having the best opportunity here for, you know, maybe just giving comms away, right? This is at the very minimum there, a 5th player in the lobby. Nonetheless, I think I just saw him maybe struggling with connection, struggling with a lot of things right now. And big portion of that break coming through. I mean, obviously you take down Lucky. He has already 72 seconds. My guy, we are literally only in P3, and he's already racked up more kill time than we'll see, you know, in any instance of some players throughout an eternity of a whole hard point. So P3 is opening up for business. Garage side is locked down. 3 in the feed, knocked down there for the Ducks. Faint's finally able to retaliate, but it's 1 for 3, and he's out the door too. So right now, not looking good here for the first initial wave of players as this gen side hit. It's not been successful as of yet, trying to get the contest to come through. Creek finally able to find the heady of 1. Might be a little bit of a silver lining, but it's not going to last. Players are going to get dropped, and just like that, the operator's here to play. Lucky with the Sparrow, and Derek's there with the Purifier. They're looking to get all of this time, and they're looking to end this one quickly, Gil.
Yeah, Purifier, you're showing to us how hard it can get here nowadays. Derek's doing an insane work over there. Also Lucky popping that Sparrow, landing onto the last 10 seconds here on the garage. They're trying to rotate towards the basketball court, but I'm not too sure if that's going to be possible. Creed inside of the bar, going to find 1 kill, going to go for the second, but Derek's is going to quickly get rid of him now. Coming from the top, there's Neil pushing with the Krieg alongside with Champy. Both of them now getting inside alongside the Kubi area, trying to hold themselves, but it's not going to be as easy with Karma and the Annihilator, but Champy manages to defend there, and that could be clutch as Neil manages to get inside through the smoke. Neil now also has the opportunity to use his own Annihilator as Creed also is using the Sparrow. And that's exactly what's going to happen right now. 40 more seconds to go, and this is the perfect opportunity for the Dogs to try to find some continuous amount of control that can lead to them being a little bit closer to the opponents now. Gonna find 1, gonna find 2. Neil going for the triple, missing 1 shot, and now he pays the price for that missed shot. The only one alive there is gonna be Faint, and I just realized that I don't know what happened with Jaja.
Yeah, it does look like he was having a little bit of maybe connection issues. I looked at his point of view a few moments ago, and it does look like he was a little AFK, and I mean, we saw it at the beginning. I mean, a little bit of hope there at the beginning here for the Docs right now. It's a 4v5 and a hard point versus a team that I mean, even with 5 players, it's going to give you probably their best effort on both fronts. Championship trying to make the best of this one now as the Holger is his best friend. He's found 4 in the feed. He's looking for the complete wipe. Not going to be able to do so. And just like that, 5 better than 4 in an instance to hardpoint. This is a numbers game, bro. And if you don't have all 5 playing, it is very difficult. Even when you do have 5 playing, this team is possibly in the top 3 for EU at times, right? They started off on a high note. They kind of plateaued during the regular season and kind of fell off, but right now they're trying to reclaim their throne. Still got a lot of work to do, but it is them who have the upper hand in this one right now. 60 points advantage. Is 30 seconds left here on this point on this P5. We're starting to see a little bit of a fight back now here for the Ducks.
Absolutely, and as you mentioned, although it's a numbers game for the S5 before, they're fighting for it, and they are quote-unquote only behind by about 60 points, but as we are now going back into the P1 reset, I feel like this could be the moment of truth for the FA Ducks. If they manage to pull something off here, the combat could be manageable in a sense, but if they don't, that is pretty much the last nail in the coffin for them. Now, back inside with Lucky, according to the game, to the lower right, 120 seconds inside of a heal. Maybe not necessarily all of those were points, but let me tell you, this OBJ time is insane. Another Purifier gonna be popped by Verox alongside with a Pred missile. Few more kills are gonna be taken, and well, I was talking about the possibility for the Dogs to prevent these from being so clearly in favor of 117, but they're gonna be able to break through half the time inside of the hill, but with only Neil alive and he getting spotted there by Lucky. The retake once again in favor of 117 is gonna lead to the conclusion that this one's already marked as to be in favor of 117 now in the near future.
Yeah. We're looking at the series unfold, and it's opening up. 117 just clearly, obviously, they put together 5 stout players. We'll see how those 5 players sound now as we do our first listening, and our probably only one too.
Eso six out. Dos six out. Otro más.
One more sec. Let's push side now. Let's push side. We have spawns.
I got one pull.
One, dead. I've got money.
I got money. I have your money. One pull. One shot. Pull.
One shot inside.
There's 2 pull.
It's operator.
You killed the other one?
No.
Yeah.
I think he pushed mid says.
No, bar.
Bar?
Bar one shot. 8 HP. Es uno no bar.
I don't wall bank him for some reason.
One mid.
One on missile. One in pool. Bar.
I spawn sick. They spawn in laundry and pool and basket.
I have your window.
I have mid.
One shot dead.
Three.
One going money. One
One is dead. One more.
I have your back. I have your victory. Go.
Cover mid.
Great comms, great lockdown, and the Pred there just for, I don't even know what to say there, just for a flex. Obviously, he didn't even get to pop it. That's going to be game number 1 in a nutshell. A massive victory. 117, they came to play 250 to 89 kill. Man, there was a little bit of time from last Thursday to now, and mistakes were made. And Ducks, I mean, your time to show that you were still here to contest was today, and this is what you bring to the table. This is a sad day for EU.
Yeah, sad one. Underwhelming to say the least. In reality, I was expecting, like you mentioned, it was their last chance. Still is their last chance to show that they are still in it to try to win it. We've questioned the way they played throughout the season, and well, this was just not the greatest way to begin on the first match. But you know, it is what it is. I do gotta say that well, on the side of 117, really well played through. Like you mentioned, the call outs, the comms were also pretty fantastic, and Lucky, you know, I feel like it was just wild to me how good he was playing. You know, he was managing to stay inside always and getting always a head glitch positioning, making sure that he had some sort of advantage prior to getting into a fight. 26 to 15 deaths. Lucky is on a spree, and I'm not too sure what's now gonna come next for us on the S&D, but I feel like that's already a hit, a big hit into the side of the Ducks.
Nope, you're absolutely right. Ducks basically getting a free pass. I mean, this right here, this series is guaranteeing your chance for at least a third place matchup. I'm not saying that 117 doesn't have what it takes to make it to the grand finals, but you're basically getting it for free, right? This is the series that we...
In a way, yeah.
Yeah, this is the series that we were looking to see the Ducks step up and show out and, you know, kind of give us the opportunity to have some kind of hope for this roster in a playoff run, and when the, you know, moments matter the most. Again, we said it, mistakes were made. That's quite all right. 117 will be, you know, they'll be okay with taking a freebie on this one. And sure, it's money that's on the line. Obviously, it's more than that. It's bracket rights. We're in a new season of Call of Duty Mobile. The roadmap hasn't been set as of yet, so
Yep.
I don't want to say you don't have to, you know, take it as seriously as you normally would. But if you're still trying to figure out your identity as a team, this is just not a great look.
Not at all, man. But what are we here to say outside of all that? You all have seen what happened so far in game number 1. We had 5 for a little while, then it was back to 4 again. Right now, it seems that we are once again going to be having 5 players. So as we all are ready, we are going to go straight into the action. That is going to be Search and Destroy on standoff. I'm not too sure what to expect. We saw them for, I want to say, the mid part of the game. They had a couple heals, a couple points where they managed to fight, not to necessarily control, but to fight against the opponents. I'm not too sure if they can translate that into S&D, but we are about to find out. Round number 1 verdict, and I'm gonna be sticking around a little bit longer with MVP from last game, being Lucky will be playing with the DRQ. If any here, gonna find a couple of enemies, but doesn't get the right opportunity to find those shots there. Caesar gonna get the 1-for-1 trade. The push is gonna be there. Lucky tries to go for the kill with the deagle. Not gonna be fast enough. Bane's super smooth to get inside like that, but unfortunately that might not be enough, as there's the push from Caesar from behind. Everybody dropping like flies, just 1-for-1 trades all across the board. Now all of a sudden Caesar is completely on his own. Verdict 1 versus 2. Champy through the wall. He's just shooting through every single corner. Wants to make sure that they don't get the opportunity to knock him down. But Champy is too smooth with it, just sliding and shooting at the same time, not allowing him an opportunity to fight back. That was just wild, you know. The 1-for-1 trades were going nuts.
They were. Champion was the biggest game changer there. Obviously, he picked up 3, but the most important were the 2 in the middle of the map. Backside kill, a great read from Caesar. There's not much you can do there. Lucky, though, open up the first. That is going to be Neil out the window. Literally out the window he goes, dead. His first blood's in, no trades in sight. Now as the A takeover is completely in effect. Now Creed popping the sniper. He's trying to get involved. He's got one for himself as well. So 1-for-1 trades now 30 seconds into this round. No traction on either side. Big gunfight in the middle of the map. It's Karma who wins it, though. Champy's drop, faints. He is on the run. Creed there to... I'm not even going to say anything, Creed, bro. What was that, homie? Faints, last player alive. He's got a 1v3 up for grabs. Saturn's no idea what just hit him. We'll have to watch the kill cam, as I couldn't even figure out where Faints was at that moment. Not less than 1 minute left on the clock there. Bomb's going to be abandoned for the time being. Karma's going to be violated right there in the bottom side of Granny's. And now the hope is going to be restored here for the Ducks. Search or Destroy. This is their map. And they're making the most of it so far.
Making the most of it so far, indeed. Faint so far, 3 kills. Lucky with 2. 1v1 about to unfold as time gets decreased. Oh, Lucky! 1 shot away from finding that kill onto Faints. I'm not too sure if that could or could not be the doom of them. Giving Faints a second chance in this scenario may not be the play that you were aiming for. 30 seconds left, has the opportunity to plan, and that's exactly what he's taken. Lucky pushing through mid with the CVR. The head glitch is going to be perfect for Faints, and he has the opportunity to go for the kill, but Lucky immediately repositions and goes for the kill. The drop shot to make him be... Oh my god, I gotta say that. We no longer see drop shots anymore that often, but Lucky made it work.
Lucky made it work. I tell you, Faints, I know the adrenaline must be pumping. It's a 1v3 up for grabs. You get those first 2 so calm and collected. That last one, I could literally feel him as those shots were shaky as all get out. Moment was just too big, and obviously, Lucky, very confident, feeling himself after that that clutch. Shuts it down. Yaya open up with the first bloods, but it's Saturn's there to quickly trade. So 1-for-1 we've gone. A little bit of back and forth, but it has been primarily, in my opinion, 117 with a little bit more control, even though the scorecard doesn't reflect. That's still relatively early. And right now, 3v4 retake here for the players over at the Spanish Connection. They're looking to push all through. They're barreling right in it now. Caesar paving the road to success. Champy dusted. We'll see you next round. Creed, you have no business being there, Lucky says, and it's all O'Neal. Sniper. Last player, last hope here now. Can he get the reposition? Lucky's anticipating the roadie. Neil the jump, it's nasty. He's kept the dream alive for the time being. Caesar, he's looking to collect the bounty on Neil's head. He doesn't get it. The timing can't be there. Neil gonna be able to do the deed. The pre-fire not gonna work.
Wow.
The 50 cal is out to play. The Deagle shuts the round down to the clutch. It's a 1v3. It's golden. It's Neil putting up the numbers.
I was not expecting that to be the case, but my goodness, Neil. You made it look easy how fast you were moving across that graveyard. Insane. Now Neil with the opportunity to go for a shot here with a sniper with a locust. Not going to be the case. The one carrying the bomb faints in here with his bison just patiently waiting for something to happen. There was a lot of aggression on Yaya's part as he's already looking onto the side of Delhi. Not gonna spot anyone just yet. It seems like they all pushed hard to position on a certain spot, but they do not want to go further than that, at least not yet. 30 seconds have passed, nothing has happened. Yaya is now filled with rage. He was trying to go forward, but once again, gonna take a second to breathe in, breathe out. He's not trying, as aggressive as he's being, he's not trying to get himself killed for free. And that is going to allow the opportunity to go for the odd plan over on Bravo, which is definitely going to be surprised on the side of 117, as they now only got 40 seconds left to react to that play.
Yeah, they do. The hit's on. Unorthodox. We'll see if it pays off. Champy able to find the first blood. Yaya. He worked so hard to get in that position, only to get wasted by Karma, but the trades are there. It is Creed coming through to have your back. Derek's and Caesar Lucky. They all combined for 3 in the feed. And Creed's last known location is the back alley. He's still there. He's got 2, 1 for free. And with 15 seconds left to go, we might be seeing back-to-back rounds. Caesar's hopped the bomb. Creed's got to check it. He's got to go big. The shots. He's going to be able to peel him back, but he's not going to be able to get the kill. Caesar with the perfect timing. He drops the bomb. He takes the gutty. He wins the round.
Man, this could easily be like a 4-0 for 117, but the way that the side of the Dogs have managed to play on the end of these rounds is insane. We are tied up, ladies and gentlemen, 2-4-2. And Creed, was trying to wait, not Creed. Who am I looking for? Anyway, I forgot. Anyway, I'm just confusing myself. I'm going to stick around with Derox now, who is struggling a little bit, you know. He finally managed to find his first blood last round. So let's stick around with him to see if he gets to also get the second one now. Round number 5. No kills just yet. Once again, they may be going for the beat push, but this time they're going to be stopped by the power of Lucky. Lucky got that kill onto Neil. Karma gets that knock onto Yaya. Karma gets the double onto Champy. Finally gonna be stopped by Creed, but it almost feels like it's just too late. They've lost so much player force, so much player power in here that on the last minute, I mean, I want to say that it's going to be difficult, but at the same time, the Dogs have managed to do that quite a couple of times in the past on this round, so we must wait and see. 4 versus 2. Getting closer to the inside of Market. Defending from the top side is Saturn's. Faints with a sniper shot onto Lucky. Saturn's is going to realize there's someone inside of Market. But they don't know that Saturn's isn't here. And that is probably going to be the doom of Creed. Creed has no clue that there's a player in here. Saturn's with 1. Saturn's now pushes for the next one, which is Faints in a 1v3. And the lack of understanding that Saturn's wasn't here was the key part for what seemingly is going to be another point going in favor of 117 with only 20 seconds left. There's not much opportunity room here for Faints.
Yeah, Faints, one shot. Hanging on by a thread is a understatement.
What?
Caesar,
oh,
okay. Yeah, I was about to say, Caesar, where were you even at, bro? I gotta go back and rewatch, but Doesn't matter. I mean, the last known location, top market, he's got to be a few places. And one of those was not inside of the staircase. Well, he's trying to go for the hop out. Surely enough, he finds his demise now. It's payoff round 3-2. Back-to-back rounds there for 117 to get in control before we flip sides. One more round for us to tie it up if we're decided the Ducks. Another unorthodox B hit. Champy opens up the floodgates there as the bomb's going to go down. It is literally on the arch. It's Champy with one, Caesar for the trade. And right now, Neil actually going to be able to get a little bit of action in, but he gets shut down as soon as he peeks the angle. Creed does the deed, or gets the bomb plant down. His teammate does, but, I mean, this one failed miserably, and that one might have been one of the, you know, not as close rounds as we've seen. Obviously, last round wasn't that much, but it was still a little bit of a better effort right there. The whole team falls within seconds before the bomb plant goes down, immediately after, so not great timing there for the boys over at Ducks. We're going to flip sides. They're going to have the opportunity to sound off on the defense, and right now it's a little bit of a lead. Can 117 extend it, though, Gil?
I think they definitely can. There's the opportunity for them to do so. Now pushing forward, there's Karma. Karma on the top side of Granny's. Through the smoke, cannot see anyone just yet, but all he has to do is wait. Champy gonna find one. Karma spots an enemy. Caesar with a retake, but gets spotted himself. Karma goes for the kill. Onto Neil. Leaves him one shot, but doesn't find the knock, but there's Saturns to finish him off, and all of a sudden, once again, most of the players are going to drop on the side of the Ducks. Creed on his own, going to find the opportunity for a kill and takes it. 1v3 scratch. That is now going to be a 1v2. Bomb is being planted. Lucky's trying to defend. He's going to miss the first sniper shot. Creed continues to push forward. Receives a lot of damage. A lot of pain in here. Still managed to survive. Bomb is down. They're both going to be pushing onto him at the same time. But he is still hoping for the best. But Lucky is going to shatter that faith. Shatter those hopes. And as you mentioned, expanding the lead once again in favor of 117. And although the side of the Ducks have had, in quite a few rounds, great ends of the rounds themselves, the beginning is just really, really bad for them. They are losing 1, 2, 3 players so quickly that they are not effectively fighting for the majority of these rounds.
No, they're not right now. The fence starting to crumble here as well. Saturn's made it through. He's inside the cubby. He's going to find freebies galore. Look at this, the KRM. Finding 2 quick kills to clean off this one as he finds 3 in the feed. Neil Lau left alone. It's 1v2 as everything's kind of happened. Bomb is down. I think Neil might have been able to confirm it, but I don't know if that's going to be enough to salvage the round. Karma trying to make the roadie all the way through to the top side of Granny's as Neil is here to play. We'll see. The bomb gets spotted again. I don't know if he's going to get the indication. Obviously, he gets a sound that, hey, someone pick up the bomb, but I don't know if he necessarily saw that red beam. Speaking of beamers, he's brought his to this one. The gunfight's now, it's a 1v1. Neil trying to reel it back in. 38 seconds on the clock. It's a 1v1 for the retake.
Oh, misses that shot, and he may have to pay the price. No,
yes!
Too
Neil.
fast to handle. Oh,
You're
that was
nasty.
disgusting, Neil. That was
nasty,
nasty.
homie.
Honestly,
That was great.
That first sniper shot, then that movement manages to miss 2 sniper shots and still finds a kill with a deagle. Really well played for Neil. But I'm still questioning the beginning of these rounds for the side of Ducks. It's just really complicated for you to always try to manage 1v2, 1v3 every single time, every single round, and that's been the biggest issue for the Ducks. They could be playing a whole lot better if they manage to just managed to survive for a little bit longer. Here, Faint's gonna find the first blood, though. It's gonna be good. Derek's now down, but Derek also has been the one struggling the most so far on the side of 117, so we're gonna have to wait and see. Caesar gonna have the revenge frag onto Champy. Lucky with the next one. Lucky with the opportunity. Saturn's almost buys the dust, but still managed to survive. Verdict, this is what I'm telling you, man. Once again, we got a 1v4, and the Ducks are trying to clutch. This time it's Faints, but it's always the same scenario.
Yeah, it is. 1v4. This one's going to be practically impossible. Lucky now. Going to get the bad timing, but, I mean, it's inevitable, right?
Yeah, not so lucky
We'll see.
this time.
Yeah, not so lucky this time, my friend. Very lucky and fortunate for his teammates because they don't have to bite the bullets to that demise, and ultimately still Faints in a 1v3. Location is going to be given away. His body is going to be collected. The bounty was not that high. 3 players left standing. Clearly going to be able to hold this bomb site. Very nice tight leg now as we get to this map point. This is a best 5 in the series. Guaranteed that control, but at this point, 117 has played better in the hardpoint. They have played better in the search and destroy. And even though we see a 6-3 lead, some of those rounds are quite questionable. Ducks not necessarily able to find themselves in positions of power. I mean, they take first bloods. Oh, speaking of it, it's the nade shot from Neil, and that might be a little bit of a spark of a comeback. We'll see if Yaya can find some bodies. There's 2 there for free. And now Karma, last player alive from the top rope. It's Neil, but it's from the back.
Okay.
Yaya collecting 3. And a tandem duo coming through in a big affair to keep this dream alive.
Yeah, this time the bounty, it was juicy enough for Yaya to go ham, to go demon mode onto the opponents. And then that double kill for Neil with an nade. That was such an odd round. They don't care if it's odd. All they care on the side of the dogs if it's in their favor. I'm struggling with words here tonight. Prince is once again gonna find the first blood. He's finding so many first blood recently here. And well, let's see if that can have an impact. Derek's now gonna break through the 1 and gonna find 2 onto Neil and Creed. Then Karma knocks down Yaya. All of a sudden, that 1-player lead in favor of Dogs completely vanishes onto thin air, and they are the ones in for trouble. Now Faints is gonna have the pressure of 2 players at once. Derek's gonna find 1, but it's spotted by Champy. Champy 1v4, no, 1v3. Knock down Derek's. Bomb is down. Less than 40 seconds on the clock, and I'm almost certain this is gonna be the end of the road on game number 2 for the side of the FA Dogs. They've already spotted Champy. He's trying to juke him out, just going left to right, but Karma's like, you know what, I don't care how much you move. You've done it in the past. This time, not gonna be so pretty. 7-4 victory in favor of 117 not found. And well, that's a 2-0 lead. They've been killing it on hardpoint. They did what they had to here on S&D. It was as much as I was also questioning the side of the Dogs constantly losing members at the beginning of the rounds.
Yeah.
At the same time, there was a few rounds that they shouldn't have won, and they did, right? So
yeah,
mistakes on both parts, but still gonna be a dub for the Spanish connection.
It is indeed. Valiant effort there for Faints and Neil. Champy stepped up, Creed as well. Yeah, I mean, it's a great game for the Dogs, but obviously, when you're in 1v3s for a majority of these rounds, it's going to take a toll on your mental. It's going to rile the team up. You're going to be on edge constantly. We're going to start to see some slippery gameplay, and not the good kind of slippery, like where you're able to slip through the lines. I'm talking about like, hey, we're missing a lot of action. One of the biggest things about that last round was Creed had one job, and that was to protect Neil. It was a very weird off angle to do so in back alley. And Derek's getting those 2 for free, basically for free. Pretty much summed up that entire game. It was a lot of mishaps. It was a lot of miscommunications. This is a team that we don't see their starting 5 play. This was their starting 5 at the beginning of the season. Maybe plus or minus. You know, we haven't seen a consistent 5 out of this team yet. I think Vera addition, Yaya out might be a different story, but I don't know if it would have been a different outcome here. It was 117 who have been flawless in Search and Destroy pretty much all season long, right? They've handled business. Minus the Animus game, they have put up great games in Search.
Well, there is that. Now, verdict, we have to wait for the Control, in which I don't know, man. I'm not too sure what to expect in here. I'm not too sure if on game 1 hardpoint it was Yaya. You said that you saw him like not moving, right?
Yeah.
At some point.
100%.
So like he didn't do bad on the S&D. He got 6 kills. He was not the MVP by any means, but he was not doing bad. What do you think? You think that the collection of Yaya, if he manages to have an okay game alongside with the Dogs being on defense first, you think that could be enough for them to end up with a W here on Control, or 117 are just gonna straight up say no to that?
No, I don't think that's going to be enough. I don't think a defending round for a guaranteed 5th. You got to make it to 5 in order to take advantage of a 5th defending round.
Yeah.
I think we see a close one off the first 2, and we see a 117 kind of just devour the Ducks midway between the 2nd and the 4th. I don't think we're even going to get to a 5th round.
All right. Well, you heard it. It is all set. Control over on Slumps. In case you guys forgot, that's the map we're going. Last opportunity for the side of the FA Dogs to try to make it happen, to try to go forward onto the next round, but we've heard it, we know it, they are struggling here tonight. And Verdict, who do you want to begin spectate first?
Right now I'm on board with Champy, but we'll head over to Karma now as we start to see the attacking rounds come through. We are going to see the smokes come through, and right through it is going to be Karma able to slip through. He's going to be able to get a lot of map control there as he takes down the first as well with Lucky, and just like that, they've got a hit over to the B side. It might be all in the feed. We might not even see past a 3 rounds at this point. Look at this, man. Karma's single-handedly destroying this as he's already found his way into the P3 site.
I got no clue how he got in here, but he still got 30 more bullets. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, gonna be stopped by Creed. But my goodness, the damage that he was putting through. The hunter-killer drone is gonna be dropped. The objective has already been captured. This is even gonna be Nate kill for Creed to try to attempt for something to happen in here. You called it that for this not to go to round number 5. With this being the beginning, I'm not even sure we're gonna see around 4 at this point with the way that they are frying completely unmatched. Karma pushing forward, gonna be stopped once again by Creed. It seems like Creed has been the kryptonite now for the one and only Karma, but the problem is that there's still plenty more members that you gotta make sure you are getting taken care of. This is gonna be 19-12. Which theoretically is not that bad for the defending side, but let's wait and see. There's still plenty of time. Almost 2 minutes left. Pushing forward, I see through connector Derox. Derox trying to go forward. No, gonna be spotted by Creeds. Creed's still doing a great job at keeping enemies out of the objectives, but the biggest issue, like we mentioned, with such a huge kill lead to begin this game, it's been really hard for the side of the Ducks to try to overcome through that.
Yeah, with the waves crashing in, obviously your bodies are dropping almost as soon as they hit these doors. It's kind of difficult right now. You can just play on the trades if you're the side of 117. Yourself in prime real estate position right now. Can't afford to die too many more times if you are the attack. Lose a lot of map control. Creed able to pop the paper plane. It's good for the first, and now we're going to start to see the defense get a little bit more aggressive. Yeah. Maybe not the best way to proceed to be aggressive is you still don't have the life count. Can't just challenge button you're right there in the middle of the map there on the brick side of it. Right now you start to see things are starting to slow down. You got to count your kills if you're the side of 117. Every one of them count now. Lucky's dropped 1. Saturn's going to be able to find the second, and 4 players left standing here on the defense. 30 seconds left to go. You got a little bit of a pivotal position here. The attack might be able to slip through the seams. 2 down. Here comes Creed, though. He's the last hope, in my opinion, here. Is 3 players left standing. He's the only one with an operator. He's going to be able to slow the push off for how much longer, though? We'll look at where Saturn's is. Attack 5 pop. These boys, they want to end this here.
Ooh, the shot, the fire, not gonna be enough. Derek manages to survive, takes that kill. They're already pushing in through secret. There's Champy, finds a kill. 2 versus 4, 20 seconds left. Champy gonna be burned to the ground. And Verdict, I'm honestly stunned by how many operators, which is quote-unquote only 2 were used at the end. But that's 2 more than what I was expecting there at the end, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, right now. Yeah, well, hey, look. You know what you mentioned? You hit it right on the head. When you mentioned that round 5 going into the defending side favor, well, you got to start off by winning those defending rounds, right? Right now, Duck's not able to do so far here as the attack rounds opening up. Yaya's popping the Purifier, able to find a little bit of map control there on the break side. It's going to open up maybe a little bit of a breathing room here onto the B side, but Darok sniffs it out, certainly. A great read indeed. Now is 3 in the feed. Almost a complete wipe. Everyone's back in the spawn. They're trying to spread out. Derek's able to get 1 there for the Preddy. And just like that, you start to see a little bit more map control here for the defense. This is 9-day performances so far. We didn't see a single time where the Ducks were able to kind of put this kind of pressure together in a defending round. And in the life counts, you can already see it. They have a 5-count advantage. And it's just not looking good. Right now, we're starting to see a little bit of progression here on the B side, but I mean, you got to be able to win these gunnies on the outskirts as well as stay alive on the inside. Well, with Lucky pulling out that Sparrow, that's basically going to be impossible.
Yeah, Saturn's there to defend. The only one inside is going to be Champy, but with a lot of bullets on the Holger, he is going to manage to defend. 1 more tick necessary over on Bravo. And I definitely got to agree with you. We would have seen this sort of push back for the side of the dogs on the last round. They definitely could have won that one, but that was clearly not the case. Now there's going to be the claw use by Champy. Champy trying to figure out where he wants to go next. He's got to make sure that there's work off of that. Not going to happen. Saturns too clean with a KRM once again. Yaya bites the dust. 12-9. Opportunity department for the members on 117. They managed to still be ahead on the lives and also managing to defend properly for the majority of this round. Verdict, I was not expecting for Silence to be using shotgun, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, I think that's the least of Duck's concerns right now. I think the primary usage of the operators, that was such a poorly played call there from Champion. We'll see if they can regain, though. Obviously, some great plays here for the 117. They have put down their foots here on the defense and certainly leave only 3 players left standing. Derek's able to find the first of those 3, and that's Creed. Neil and Faint's last hope. It's 2v7. Not a lot of place to go. Matter of fact, Caesar's going to be able to peel his way back from there. The double chow. Neil not even able to retaliate. The timing there for both of them. Just, I mean, like, it left me speechless there. I was like, oh, this is about to get brutal. Surely. 1-7 about to close it out. Let's go ahead and jump in. They can do it here on the attack. Let's see if they can strike success early on this 3rd round for their attack.
Tiro garden. The small garden. Nobody pushing us. One garden.
No, garden, Karma.
In the head, get you down.
Dead, está muerto.
One more call. Don't pick him.
Muerto.
Nice.
Respuesta.
Caesar, come here.
Ah, Lucky.
No.
One in A. Hey, one shot dead. No one garden, one shot dead. I got you. Another one garden, bro. Garden.
Oh, me hinchan, bro.
White van, Caesar pushing.
Pusa,
Bricks.
Lucky, pusa.
2 bricks,
Todo
Caesar.
para el operador con puntos estos.
Spawn, Caesar. Another one.
Yeah, he's blocking the head glitch.
Okay, I'm coming with you. Okay,
P3, Karma.
let's push Caesar. I cover you.
Buena, coño. ¿Estoy
One more
contigo?
close.
Right side. Anya, right side.
Está dead, uno más.
No, garden. Te puse.
Don't push.
Garden.
En fuente.
Dead.
One blue. Careful.
Okay, I have you left side. One garden dead. No one mid lane dead.
Otro más P3.
P1 now.
Se va para...
Top P1.
I have trophy in mid lane. You can push mid lane.
They have Sparrow.
Sparrow P1. I'm gonna try to pick him.
Hay uno close. Está detrás del coche. Y otro jardín.
I can't see him P1.
Aguanta, tira flash jardín.
All right, Com's very active right now. Player count only 3 life advantage. The defense finally starting to step up. This is the side of FA Ducks we should have seen in the first round. Unfortunately, that did not happen right now. They're putting a little bit of pressure here on the attacking spawn. A little bit of a bait and switch here for Champy. He's going to be able to take advantage of one. No, he's not. Carmen sees a windows. And now it's all on Yaya in the middle of the map. There it goes. Bricks is wide open. Right now, you can still get by Neil. You can get all lanes covered. It doesn't look like we're going to be able to see this encounter take place, but I mean, right off the bat, they get a quick hit on B. They do basically not the hard work, but they do light work first. And it's a recipe for success here for the side of 117. And right now, it looks like it might be the beginning of the end here for the defense.
Yeah, like I mentioned, I think we might not even go to round 4. I mean, there's opportunity. They got 6 lives, and they got Neil all the way deep onto their spawn. He's gonna spot Karma and quickly finds that kill. Lucky just killed himself because he said, "Why the heck not? We got more than enough lives for me to go back to life." There's the use of the claw by Champion, 4-8, doubling the amount of lives, but the time could be an issue as well. There's no one on the opportunity there. Yaya finds another kill but gets spotted. Creed with another knock onto Karma. Champion receiving a lot of damage, but vanishes to turn around and take the kill. Verdict, 10 seconds left. And now the Tech 5 is going to be popped by Saturns. Everybody pushing in. Lucky going through connector. Lucky through the EN2. The opportunity to get inside is going to be there. Caesar finds one. Caesar goes for 2 and takes it. Verdict. Oh, Verdict. Oh, so close for the side of the Dogs. But even if you're close in a single round, on the grand scheme of things, you were completely dominated by 117. Ladies and gentlemen, on the first quarterfinals match, we're gonna have a 3-0 victory in favor of 117.
3-0 in the control and a 3-0 sweep across the board, ladies and gentlemen. Dogs season ends here. 117. Moving on to face off against who, you might ask? I think it's going to be the Kings, as they were the 3rd seed. Or 117 was the 3rd seed, and I believe Kings were the 2nd seed. As soon as our brackets are available to show, we'll run through those promptly. But take a look at the post-action report. Darox, he is him. Man was on a mission this game. He might not have produced the most in that search or destroy, but he makes up for it every chance he gets here in the control. 24 and 14, 17 and 17 apiece for Saturn's. 12 assists, though, is huge, massive. 15 and 16 for Lucky. Not able to break even, but hey, he won the game. That's all that matters. On the flip side things, he had a Creed who was rocking. He had a Champ who was rocking. And it was a tough season to close out there for the Ravager 3. Tough way to go. But hey, we got to see the matchup. We didn't get to see a DQ, and I'm very grateful for that.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. At least we got to follow through with it all. GG well played for the 117 and the Docs. And, well, once we get to have that brackets figured out, we are going to see who they'll be facing on the next day. But before we do that, I think we got a special someone waiting to talk to us about what we just saw here on the first match, right?
There we go. Deanna joining us back. Talk to us. First quarterfinal match under our belt. How confident do we feel about those predictions coming in? Pretty confident. And then we noticed that might not even get to see it. And then we saw Yaya come in. And then we were, I mean, it was basically set in stone after that.
Yeah, well, you know, after what happened with almost the DQ, right, I was not very confident. Obviously, playing with having a player who has kind of connection issues, I was keep seeing Yaya disconnecting, especially in the hardpoint. It's quite hard, and it's hard for the team too, you know. So talking about the hardpoint, right, it was so good for 117 not found. We started in the first set of heals. They had such a big lead. I think in the first at least 2 heals, FA Ducks couldn't really pick up more than scraps, right? So it was very, very hard. Already in the P3, I remember I was watching Lucky. He had like, 60 or 70 seconds as OBJ. So yeah, definitely it was very hard on the side of FA Ducks to actually step on the OBJ. The second set of heals, well, there was again very fast. They were very fast. We were at the first P1, well, second P1, right? And it was again 117 all over. The control was for them, the gunfights were on them, and moving towards the second set of heals, we didn't have Yaya anymore. They had just 4 players, so obviously it was very, very hard. Moving towards the P2, 117 actually managed to close the game very fast. Lucky dropped 26 kills, he was the MVP, and he had 2 minutes 40 on the OBJ. And when we went towards the S&D, right, we started with the defending side for 117 not found, and they actually ended up having a 2-round lead before we flipped sides, right? Switching sides, we had Ducks on the defending side, and the lead was extended for 117. We saw lots of 1v2, 1v4, 1v3, 1v1 situation that were all in favor of 117 not found. They actually managed to capitalize all their players, right, and managed to win most of their gunfights. Before we ended, we did had a very good round on the side of FA Ducks. I think it was Yaya and Neil combined got 5 kills and did a very fast round. I thought, you know, we might see some more rounds in their favor, but it was just not enough because 117 came here and actually won the S&D. And Caesar was the MVP with 13 kills, and then the control, well, it was very fast, right? 117 not found had the control over the all 3 rounds. On the defending side, on the attacking side, they managed to find success, right? They had always a lead with the kills. They always went and kept, used the TDM, right, as well, used the score streaks and also operators in their favor. So therefore, it was a very good game for them. Darox was the MVP with 24 kills, and overall, you know, I was expecting 117 gonna win because we saw them play prior in broadcast and we were like very good, but I was expecting some more from FA Ducks because a lot of players from their team are, you know, known. You know, you saw them in Mobile Mayhem prior, you know their name, and I was expecting they're gonna put at least a game 4 or maybe closest games, but it didn't happen. Maybe we're gonna see them next time, but In the meantime, we're gonna take a short break, right? And we're gonna be ready for the second and the last matchup of tonight, right? In the meantime, we're gonna hear over from our sponsor COD Mobile and Grilla, and we're gonna be back. And welcome back. We sure had a short break, right? But we are back for the second and the last game from tonight, right? It's gonna be 31ers versus Enigma, and I'm very excited for this matchup. I don't know about you guys, but I'm very, very excited. We're gonna have a best of 5. If you just joined, yes, this is the second one. We did have the first one that ended pretty fast. We had a 3-0, and right now we have another matchup. So, guys, verdict. What is your prediction about this game?
I think it could go either way. I think we've seen some sparks and glimmers of success from this Enigma team who, let's be fair, we didn't get to see a lot of this season. I don't have too much to say about their performance, but the 31ers, I feel like they peaked a little too early. If I'm being fair, I think they peaked a little too early. Okay. I think today is their opportunity to come through and show us that they didn't do that they were just having a little bit of a mishaps and setbacks, and that this is still their series to win. And with that being said, I think we do see 31ers come through and run the show here in this matchup.
Okay, looking forward to see that. How about you, Gumania? Do you have any predictions?
I feel like Verdict said it perfectly. I want to say that at peak 31ers and peak Enigma, I think we can easily go to a game 5. But as I say that, I also feel like both of these teams have had weeks where they struggle a lot. So if they are both at the top or both at they're not their best, to say in not so harsh words, I think we could go to a game 5. But if we see 31ers just completely pop off an Enigma underplaying, it can also be a 3-0 for one of the two. I feel like the first match will be a clear indicator to me if we can see a 3-0 or we can see a 3-2 at the end going to the game 5.
Okay, sure. Well, both teams are here. I'm gonna go over the maps very fast. We're gonna start with the first hardpoint on Hacienda, followed by an S&D on Standoff, and the third game is gonna be a control on Summit. If you're gonna go more, okay, we're gonna have a second hardpoint, it's gonna be a takeoff, okay, and if you're gonna have a fifth game, it's gonna be an S&D on Raid, right? We do have fighting range and also slumps banned. Fighting range on the side of 31ers and Enigma banned slumps. And to be honest, I'm very happy with this, maps, because we see Hacienda. Oh wait, my game was not muted and I was hearing someone singing. I was like, who's singing? Not again.
Who's singing? I want to hear that.
Time.
Is it Nutella? I told him he was off key the last time he sung.
Yeah, he didn't like that. He didn't like that.
Well, it's too bad.
Well,
it's true.
Yeah, we say the truth. Yeah. but I'm looking forward to see for this matchup. We don't see that often Hacienda and I'm here for the hard point, and we don't see as often. We see often Raid, so hopefully you guys ban next time Raid. But yeah, if you are all ready, I'm gonna be back after this matchup. Have fun, guys.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we're here for it. Highlight series of the night, one that is not going to set us back for DQs or any of the mishaps that we saw in our catastrophe of a series in match number 1. We're back on course, Gilmania. We're looking at Hacienda. It's quite a beautiful map, man. I love the little rotation, little video intro. Yeah. Everything about this place sign me up. Move me there. That is where I want to be. That is where my heart is.
Vivid colors on everywhere.
Yes.
It's amazing.
It is amazing. Here we go. It's all about the hard points now to this one. I claimed it a few seasons back. I think it was stage 3 last year. This is one of those maps that you have to play very well as a team. If you do not, you will be exposed. You can't just have one breadwinner in the objective, especially when the skill level in the lobby is very relatively close. Right now, we're starting to see a little bit of time being collected here for Enigma. They're going to be able to open up first stem, but the kills, they're going to be in the feed there for the 31ers. Gore is finally taken down as he was on a little bit of a streak. We start to see a little bit of a fight back now here as the objective is try to get as many points off of P1 as well as get the setup for P2.
Yeah, and everybody is just getting kills, but getting killed at the same time so very quickly. So many kills on only a minute so far of game. It's just wild to me. It seems like the The scrap time is going to be taken by Etsy, as a rotation, as you mentioned, has already happened for P2. Inside of it, I see Denisio, who is trying to get a kill, but falls to the ground. Psycho does find a double kill and cleans the path inside. There's going to be the push from Nutella, who finds the double onto Psycho, goes for the triple. Rista is going to say no to that, but there's the push from Ether from behind, and the quick retake in favor of Enigma. They didn't get that many points inside of P1, but right now on point number 2, they're going to try to go for defense. There are 2 more players inside of the hill. There's a double for Bricksta, and still 1 more player alive. That's Legacy. Legacy holding as a fort, just making sure that the control is not going to be broken on the hands of Enigma, but at some point, it's no longer going to be the case, and the quick retake in favor of Enigma. Verdict, I said it earlier, I did not know how good or bad these 2 teams were going to be feeling, but I'm definitely getting good vibes off of this.
I'm getting good vibes. I'm getting good entry frags. I'm starting to see a little bit of a heartwarming feeling when I'm starting to cast this Enigma roster. Right now, it's Denisio who gets the 3-piece in the feed, but it's not going to be enough to hold off the objective. Oh, but his boys are there, HBC and crew, ready to hold the fort down. P2 might have looked good and proper there at the first beginning, but look at it. Side of Enigma have taken a lead and they're running away with it now. Etsy going to be able to pop the first wave of TAC 5 now as rotation over to P3. It's going to be a battle for the fences now as the Vineyard is going to be open up for business here momentarily. Right now, setup looking pretty good for the 31ers. Look pretty good in the garage as well, but all has fallen after the waves of players finally come crashing in to get the break. So P3 opening up for business. We're going to see a little bit of a contest off the rip, but it is fences held down and locked down here for dear life. TAC 5 is going to be popped for Nutella. Gore is going to be able to continue to slay out as he's got 9 on board, a 3 in the feed combo. Oh boy, but the concussion is going to delay him a little bit, eventually leads to his demise, but nonetheless, it is going to be the 31ers still here in numbers. And look at the feed there. It's blue across the board. You know what that means. That's a full wipe. Everyone's going to be spawning on the backside. Aether gets to read and look at the proper setup here on the fence side. Looking pretty damn good for a lockdown.
Indeed, 57 to 73. There's still a couple more extra seconds in here. Now, once again, seemingly gonna go in favor of no one on the side of Enigma. Great push for General Gore with Annihilator. He was nearly running out of time off it, so he was like, you know what? I might just bounce inside of it and find a couple extra seconds for the team, and a super small gap in between one another. The first one to get inside of the next hill is gonna be only then who that was sad, right?
Correct.
I keep forgetting that this is said, but well, he's right now about to reach double digits numbers, but through the smoke, there's gonna be a player pushing through. Denisio finds a kill, then he gets himself knocked down. The push from Psycho now with the Vortex Machine will land a good chunk of control for the squad, but ultimately kills himself. It is what it, oh no, never mind. Ether also used the Vortex Machine. But, well, Control is going to end up with nearly a tie in between the 2 of them. I'm loving this game now. Bricksta using the claw, spraying and praying through the door. Not going to be enough. The retake after retake after retake. Verdict. I would say that we are pretty much about halfway through the game, so why don't we go ahead and do a bit of an early listening here.
Yeah, let's jump in. We're going to go ahead and dive in. Enigma has a little bit of a lead for the last little bit of scrap time. Let's see how they play this P1 reset. As the team's got to be at an all-time high, let's see how those comps sound.
Nice. Next one shot. I got bar. One. He's going to up this. Go. Nice. There's one red.
Yeah.
Smoke side. I want to get on it.
I'm not.
I'm watching top red. Bomb mid. Pillars. Top there. One more on top. Bomb. Nice. I traffic. He's in the corner. He's front. I'm pushing to the thread. No. I'm in the side. Play left. Above you.
Yeah.
I watch him bomb red.
One shot.
I got bomb. Two balcony. Balcony, 1 HP. He's top red. We're bar. I'm going for now. One guy P1, one top red, 2 archers sitting. One archer's going for you. I'm contesting. One drive it, two drive it.
I get this one.
I died. Secret. He's going to.
I'm going top red.
All right, setups here for P2 as you can start to see now the formation over towards it. It's a 121 and counting to 108. Looks like an early setup there for Bricksta was, we're getting hit from the secret side. Certainly, it's Denisio and team of Enigma who are able to hold off the push, but hold your horses. Early setup yet again spoiled. 3 in the feed, making a full wipe. Nobody there to contest. Opening now going to be handed right back over. But they didn't do a good job of holding this hill the last time around, Gil.
Yeah, they didn't, but that complete breakthrough was amazing. Let's see for how long that's gonna last. Not for long. You called it perfectly. Triple kill for Saiku. There's only one more player allowed. There's gonna be Ether trying to survive now with the Bison through the smoke, shooting and praying, getting that triple kill to HBC.
There's the map
I
control.
cannot believe that all of a sudden worked out once again in favor of the side of the members here of the 31ers. Now another Vortex machine gonna be used. Plenty of operators have been used. Plenty of stuff has happened, but the
how did
continue
Seiku
to be super close to one another. Nutella managing to survive with a double kill for himself. 12 more seconds that will be handed in favor of the 31ers. That I think that's the biggest lead we've seen so far this game.
It is the biggest lead. Let's go ahead and see. 31ers, you look good. Do you sound good? Let's pop in for a listen in.
Stairs, big stairs.
Vortex, passt auf, Vortex.
Einer dead,
Einer down auf Offense.
Einer Tent.
Ja, einer Begelli schon, Begelli. Wir haben die Spawns.
Ich spawn rein.
Einer weggelegt, nur einer weggelegt. Schön.
Ich flashe für euch.
Ich hab nur einen gesehen.
Einer bei Flow, sagt Bitch.
Einer, hit die One-Shot.
Ich hab Eddie geschossen.
Beide down.
Noch einer, ja, 2.
Nice.
Ich Begelli hab mich,
Hit die One-Shot. Links. Zwei links.
Warte, ich komm von top.
Begelli, einer Begelli, close to Tim, Close to Tim Begelli.
Es fällt hin, er steht. Dann 3
Spiel von nix. Ich bin weg. Ja,
schade. Tin.
Contest, wenn ihr dort seid. Contest, einfach schwer Contest. Nice, ist Susti.
Huge. Oh, you gotta love those comms. They're a vibe, bro. The call-outs there were immaculate, and the fact that we got a little bit of contest time. Not only that, but Aether goes big for the 3-piece to shut down that fence rotation. Right now, we're looking at P4. Vibes are at an all-time high. You have a 19-point lead rolling into it. This was a scrappy hill last time around. Let's see who takes the advantage off the rip. It is going to be 3 in the feed. No, it's back and forth affair. It's Zed now popping the claws. Could be it, too, there. Legacy finds himself in it. Back and forth we go, and just like that, I mean, Gil, this has been as scrappy as all get out here in the hardpoint so far.
Absolutely, and a single point can make the difference. That's exactly what the 31s are trying to make, but through the smoke, it's not going to be as easy. Brickster with a couple of kills. Etsy also getting inside. Only said he's going to survive here. Tries to push now, doing a lot of damage, but doesn't find the kills and actually gets himself knocked down. The next one to trade again inside is going to be none other than Nutella, who finds one. Post for 2, not going to be possible. The next opportunity here breaks through for Legacy. Not going to be enough yet. Again, the point is going to be freely given in favor of the members here for Enigma. 184 to 171 verdict. We are on P3 reset, and a single clean point can give you one of these teams the victory. The thing being that we haven't seen that so far this game.
No,
they cannot get a clean point with how extremely aggressive and chaotic these kills have been so far.
Yeah, I mean, rarely do you see a hill open in any map in Call of Duty Mobile and you get a full 60.
Yeah.
This map right here, the only chance for a full 60 opportunity has to be that driveway, the garage site, right? And even though it has been very scrappy here, it's a collective effort. We're taking a look at the stat lines down as P1 reset comes through along the lines. Etsy with 139 seconds on, and I'm sure that's with contest on the flip side. Aether has been putting in miraculous numbers. Both kills and objective time with 180 seconds himself now as we start to see 22 seconds left to go. He's going to be able to grab some time for free. It's all about setup for new. 3 times in a row will we see the side of 31ers get this early setup here or the break early even now as Legacy's making the rotation through. The Preddy is going to be popped. The hill is going to be opening up here in about 15 seconds. God. The Preddy is going to miss. But nonetheless, this P2 rotation has not been a miss for the breaks here on the opening point here in this P2 rotation. It is 5 seconds difference.
I'm on the edge of my seat. I'm truly on the edge of my seat. The Vortex machine going to be used by Ether, trying to defend. No one can get inside. 205 points. They are 50 points away from victory, but 56 only for the side of Enigma. They are holding in for their life. There's going to be the opportunity for Brickster and plenty more members try to get at the same time in there, but Nutella's going to heavily say no to that alongside with the allies. There's going to be the opportunity to use the PAM for Legacy. Legacy now shredding through enemies' health bars in here, and for the first time we've seen around 30 seconds of control given for a team, and that's going to be in favor of the members of the 31ers, and they are getting big control when they needed it the most. They are only 18 seconds away from victory, but finally Brickster is going to break through. Brickster trying to go for the next kill, but with the use of the PEM, it's going to be near impossible.
Oh
Legacy,
my god!
This man is killing it, shredding, just making it rain. This Holger
Oh, this is it.
Holding off. Oh my goodness.
This
Only
is
5 points away. I think it's gonna be it. It's gonna be Brickster trying to bounce.
Oh, it's not happening there. 250 to 197, a shutdown. Locking down the garage site. Man, it's all 1 second for a contest. It ain't there, bro. And I think the biggest game changer in that P2 rotation was there was no TAC 5.
Yes.
For the side of Enigma. You needed that desperately, but your TAC 5 user couldn't get anything going. I think we need to see overclock on these TAC 5 users, because in times like this, when you are in a pinch, you need that on the spot, right? It just wasn't there. 31ers. They get it done. The third time was the charm. That garage site is the biggest money hill that you will get on a map like Hacienda. And my God, did Legacy put on a show. 50 and 26, 58 on the hard point as well. But Aether, he is going to be your star OBJ player. 2 minutes and 33 seconds on a map like this. Absolutely impressive.
Truly impressive. I mean, barely making that 50 bomb, but just making it look fancy nonetheless for Legacy himself. GG, well played. We were mentioning no one was getting a clean point control for themselves across nearly the entirety of the game, and it was only one for the 31ers, and that was exactly what gave them the victory. So 1-0 lead, verdict. We're barely getting started, but I said that this hardpoint was definitely going to give us enough intel to know what was going to happen across the entirety of this series. And you all have seen it. We've seen it. I am thrilled for us to move on. That is going to be some search and destroy on standoff. And man, okay. I feel like we got a little bit of an underwhelming beginning of playoffs, but now I'm all hyped up. I'm on the edge of my seat, truly.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm jacked up, bro. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to lock and load. Obviously, I'm taking a little bit of a moment to get my act together on the emulator, because I do not want to miss a single second of this action.
Yes, agreed.
So we'll pause a little bit just to make sure we got all odds and ends covered right now. It's a 1-0 lead if you're just now joining in. For us, the advantage ready is going to be in favor of the side of the 31ers. They came to play in that hard point. Legacy, my God, was putting in some of the best performances we've seen this season. Obviously, I'm loaded back in. I think we are good. Thank God it, lagged a little bit, so we couldn't, join in immediately. But don't fear, guys. We're going to be back into the action. This is 2 of the better teams in Search and Destroy that are about to go on our way. Roll into this, you'd have to favor 31ers. Obviously, they have been just some of the best Search and Destroy talent here in EU. And as a matter of fact, they got stats to back it up. I saw the box stats. General Gore is your open man. We're going to be following him on the very first initial round, in the very first few moments, banking on him to get those first bloods. I think he has somewhere around 23 to be exact. I don't know what the percentages looks like, but yeah. Admins, I am good. We are good to start.
All right, let's get it rolling. Hardpoint standoff. We are moving on to standoff. Did I say hardpoint? No, search and destroy standoff. We're getting this game mode map combo once again. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm thrilled for us to start, and I'd like to go with Legacy. I'm intrigued to see what he's going to be using. He was, of course, killing it with the Holger, but this time around, seemingly he's going to begin sniping, verdict.
He is. Gore has been known and notorious for the shots. First blood, Nutella's going to steal it, but he's quickly there to get the fence line shut down as he does find the second. Etsy does find the trade, but Etsy's dropped by Aether now as Gore is out for vengeance. He is lining them up. He's knocking them down. This round, 22 seconds. 2 on board for Gore. First blood did come in the form of an aid shot, and, well, hey, you got to be happy where you can get them right there. Damn near flawless round to open up for the 31ers.
Well, round 2, let's see what the deal is going to be like, but yeah, definitely a good point for them indeed. Now, immediately the push forward onto Alpha. Ooh, Ether gonna find that kill onto Etsy. Nutella with an 8 kill onto Denicio. Ether with the opportunity to go for more. HBC with a quick reflexes. They're gonna find a double for himself. Gets spotted by Legacy. 2 quick kills in favor of the 31ers. Will land a 1v3 against the player left over on Enigma. Psycho trying to survive. Gonna be spotted by General Gore. And that is 3 kills now for General Gore. 2 rounds going in favor of the 31ers. And I feel like these 2 rounds have been weird in a sense. You know, although it's a 2-0 in favor of the 31ers, it doesn't feel like the side of Enigma is necessarily doing so bad for themselves.
No, they're not. They're just getting a little out of, outplay here in the first initial. Right now, if they can play their P's and Q's, we'll start to see a little bit of a transformation. Right now, 3 in the feed to start it up. No, it's 2. It's 2 for 1 as Nutella drops. First blood does come through. All 3 rounds we've seen in favor of Nutella, but the bounce back here is HBC starting to heat back up. You see 2 for the price of 2 now. Gore, Aether, and Lexi. HBC, Etsy, and Denicio. It does look like Enigma has found the way back to the spawn site now as well. Regroup and regain and repush on out of the objective. You can start to see a 1-for-1 set of defense here. Gore holding the front line in the middle of the map. He's going to be favoring this A side with this numbers coming through. They're going to be overwhelmed or they're going to be able to shut it down. Gore doesn't quite see it yet, but Etsy has made his way through. There's the call out from Legacy. He's got the hit. The cross has made its way over. And we are starting to see the positioning, but it's spoiled. HBC with the double back. Denicio gets the head of 1, and now it's all on Aether. Can he go big? 40 seconds left to go in the round. He's going to be overwhelmed in a 3v3. Didn't even need the bomb plant to come through. It was well executed as not a casualty after the first 2 dropped.
That's how quickly the momentum shifted. You said it, the trades were pretty even, pretty close, but from a 3v3 going all the way down to a 3v1, happening in a fraction of a second, breaks them with a double kill. Nutella and said, I don't know what happened, I don't know where that nade landed, but that should not happen twice already here tonight, but it already did. Denicio finds the sniper shot. Ether trying to defend with a heavily. Finds a double against Bricksta and XT. Betsy, a good double kill for Ether to try to even numbers out. I'm not too sure if he already saw that the bomb is in front of him, but unless he hasn't, there's still some wiggling room on the side of Enigma to play around that. They're going to be pushing through blue. There's the opportunity here. The sniper shot is going to be missed by Denicio, but the call is going to be made. Both of them are already on blue. They are trying to choke him out. One inside of the alley, the other one slightly outside of blue, going onto the second roof. No, onto the second roof. Onto the second floor. Not gonna find their gem. So they decide to go back and to try to push for the bomb plant. Ooh, finds the opponent. HBC doing a little bit of damage. Will not be enough, but bring some room for Psycho to pick up the bomb. Planted if he wants, but there's the defense there on the side of General Gore. Tries to go push with a pistol, but Psycho's gonna say no to that. Don't even disrespect me like that. Psycho finds the opportunity for a double, and I am questioning why General Gore was pushing like that with a pistol, and then the double kill was a little bit of a free. I don't know, man. I feel like the side of 31ers slightly dropped the ball in that round.
No, I think they did too, but at the same time, I felt like Enigma almost sold it back too. You had a 3-2 player advantage, and Denicio just wanders right into blue and gets washed, completely destroyed. And right now they reel it back in, so the resilience here. Enigma able to strike back and tie us back up. Saiku looking for the action through the deli site. They got the clearance. Don't need to be one-dimensional here on these bomb plants. Who am I kidding? We haven't seen a bomb plant all game long yet. It's been a bloodbath in the objective. Saiku opens up with 2 of his on. With trades only coming through for the price of 2. We see HBC find Zed, and now it's all on Aether. He's got a 1v3 on his hands as the bomb's made its way over towards this B site. And I do believe Saiku might have gotten the intel that, hey, he is on the A site. This might be the hit of a lifetime. 35 seconds. Enigma looking to take the lead. All they have to do is take down Aether, and his location is absolutely being read. HBC finds him, plays the mid-heady. Saiku there for vengeance now is half health. Aether is. The hit marker there for the concussion. Oh, might be a calls for a push. But Aether almost guns 2 before he goes. Only able to get the first. Leaves the second 1. And that's all the round is able to obtain now as we see a 3-2 lead in the hands of Enigma. And they're giving this 31ers team, who has looked very, very good in Search and Destroy, a run for their money early on.
Absolutely. Last round now, ladies and gentlemen, before we flip spawns. So let's see what they can do on offense on the side of Enigma. Brixta, and I opened the floodgates by eliminating Nutella with a sniper shot. Killing the bomb, there's Etsy, who is undecisive as to where he wants to lead this way. Legacy can answer back with a trade onto the head of Vinicio. Vinicio to the ground, Said with a kill onto HBC. Legacy turns around, tries to figure out if there's someone pushing through. Bakali, not going to be the case, so 3 versus 4. Player lead in favor of the members here of the 31ers. General Gore gets another kill now onto Brixta. 4 versus 2. Opportunity for the 31ers to even numbers out, but Saiku's not going to make it so easy. Etsy going for that kill without realizing that General Gore was already on the vicinity. That's been like, what, 3, 4 kills for General Gore so far this round? Well, I don't know how many that has been, but Saiku has to be slightly frightened as to what's coming his way. Does not have control over the bomb, and I kind of feel like they know where he's at because they are all looking his way.
I had the rotation through. Yeah, they saw it of them. Hey, you know what? You make one move. It doesn't have to be wrong. It just has to be a move, and you're toasted. One bad part about making the rotation into some of these houses, great for cover, bad for exit strategies, right there. Picture perfect moment there. Great way to tie us up before we flip sides. Now it's the defending sides here for the side of Enigma. On flip side things, we'll see how creative the side of the 31ers get here on their attacking strat. First blood's yet to be popped. No nade shots landed this time, and Nutella has found his way into the enemy spawn site. Aether's going to be able to find a second. A third there as Nutella goes, but he takes 2 with him. Etsy there for the quick trades, but it's not going to be enough player advantage in favor of the 31ers. They get the bomb plant down, and now as things start to slow down and settle down, it is Zed who does get the nade shot. Oh, the nade intel is going to leave Etsy absolutely stunned to death, and surely the body's going to be collected. 4-3 lead in the hands of 31ers. A very commanding opening round on the attack.
Indeed. Great way to begin. A small lead will unfold in favor of the 31ers, so let's see how they move again on round 8. Vinicio going to find the first blood onto Zed. Bomb into the ground. A complete answer immediately in favor of the 31ers, who take the opportunity to plant the bomb, and Legacy in a great spot to try to spot enemies with a sniper, but unfortunately the timing is not going to be there for him. He kind of got feeling there's someone behind him, and not quite there yet, but still pushing forward now with the deagle. It's in a great spot to take the kill onto HBC, and he does. Great there, picks up that kill from the ground. Opportunity for more. Denisio trying to push through barrels. Not going to be enough. Only 22 seconds left. There's not enough time. Denisio going to miss the shot. Legacy finds the kill. Denisio misses a lot, but finds the kill onto Ether. But Nutella, once again, is going to make it for the team. 5-3. 5-3, ladies and gentlemen. The advantage of 2 rounds is once again in favor of 31ers. So, as we move on to the next one, let's see if we see finally an answer on defense for the side of Enigma.
That's a great round for the defending side. Spoiled by the attack, just coming through with the absolute bodies right now, bodying kids left and right. Saiku is going to find a 3-piece. Legacy, last hope now is Etsy's going to be able to find one. The first shot's crispy. The follow-up, though, is HBC. He's out for vengeance. He wants revenge as well. He's going to go ahead and slow the push now as we see Legacy still alive. The wall bangs are crispy. Will anybody be able to shut him down? Somebody get the man's trade. Where's the setup? Where's the duos? Are we going to let him just single-handedly pick your team apart? Bomb is all the way over at the A side, and you can see Saiku says, I'm not pushing this, man. He is not going to put us on a t-shirt kill. We are going to live to see the next round, and we are going to take this point, and you can start to see Etsy and HPC. They want to cut off the rotation, but they do not want to get too aggressive, and I think that's the right call.
It definitely is. It definitely is. Honestly, as great as Legacy was playing, you called it the side of Enigma. Just caught on to the fact that they don't need to go after him. They know that the bomb is down. They kind of know where he's at in here. He begins shooting at Etsy, and Etsy's like, you know what? Although I'm still fighting this, I'm not going to overexpose myself so easily, so the timer keeps on ticking. Here, Legacy takes a different approach now. Let's see what he can do. Sniper in hand. Sees the weapon, but cannot get the angle. Still manages to get the shot.
No!
Goes, takes the hit marker.
Oh, bro, don't let him do it to you.
Wants to take that. Oh, my God, Enigma, please. Please, we were complimenting you, not risking it, and then you do that.
Oh god. Yikes. I mean,
Oh,
when the
man.
moment he spotted, I think it was Saiku on the A side, I was like, oh man, this is doable. He gets the
Yeah.
first shot out. I don't know how it didn't land. I don't know if that's a wall bangable area, but nonetheless, it is going to be shut down. Legacy not going to get the 1v5 for the clutch. No clips here. I mean, there was clip-worthy material, but, I mean, 1v5 at ace, a clutch, that would have just been godlike right now. Payoff round. 5-4. Bridge being gapped here for the defending side as they start to slow things down. Denisio does open up with that first blood. Legacy will not be the last one alive in this round, at least. And a little bit of a slowdown now as we start to see 30 seconds into the round. A hit is good for B as Zed is trying to get the intel. There are 2 players inside of the deli. We'll see if we can slice them up before we get the spawn plant down. Etsy says, not so fast, my friend. I'm going to slice you up and dice you up. Zed able to get the revenge frag, but it's Denisio there for the trade. And trades galore has left us down to 2 on the attack. Aether now trying to collect the bodies. He's popped the daddy. No daddy's popped. It is insinuated. Perk is active when you are not moving quickly. As he does get the hit there on Denisio. We see HBC and Saiku. Last player's alive. Aether's still doing miracles here as he is the last survivor, the lone wolf. Will he be able to get some shots in? Oh my god, that sniper's so loud. And it's going to give away his location. It's already been known, but 30 seconds left to go in the round. All you got to do is stay alive if you're the defense. Prevent this bomb from going down. It does look like it's going to be that B hit that we were looking for earlier.
The audio cue is going to be given, so Saiku knows what's going on. Making him lose time once again, the side of Ether. Let's see if that works out. Sniper in hand for Ether, and Saiku gets the intel. You know what? He's shooting at me. He's looking at me. Why don't you go ahead, turn around that corner and take that kill? Well, he does, and it works to perfection. Saiku with 11 kills, ladies and gentlemen, will clutch the tie round for the team, and we are the same way we started, which is with a tie among these 2. Now Saiku going into the headwinds position. We'll find one. We'll go for 2. Etsy with a double nade kill. Brixta with the next one onto Nutella Legacy on a 1v5 all of the sudden. Takes the kill onto the Nisio. Picks up that sniper from the ground. But that was insane quick performance for the side of Enigma. Perfect opportunity to take the advantage back into their own hands. This is pretty much like a copy-paste of what we saw in the first half. We saw 2 rounds for the side of the 31ers. We saw what was 3 in a row for Enigma, and that's pretty much going to be the case in here because I'm doubtful for us to see a 1v5 for Legacy, but who knows? We might as well just wait and see.
This is, I mean, this one's well without reach, right? You get the bomb heavily guarded.
Wow. Okay.
First guard actually dropped. They're on the A site, but the comms are there. Look at the cross cover here from Psycho. They ain't happening. HBC has already made his trick up to the top side of blue. They shut down this one before it gets any closer to what it was earlier, what it could have been a 1v5 for the ace in the clutch. Not so fast, my friend. We are in round number 12. Is it for the overtime, or are we going to be tied up moving into the next game? Denisio opens up with first blood. Trades there quickly for Gores. He's finally back into the mix of things. Not quickly traded out. Brixta there for the trades as well. Etsy gets pieced up. Brixta and Saiku, the last hopes now here for the defense. They've sold the bag. Might have gotten a little too big for your bridge. Might have been a little too aggressive. Brixta might have made it into the granny's kitchen, but let's be fair, my friend. They've already spotted you as you're trying to deal the pressure onto that one. Saiku able to slip through and get one, but quickly traded now as the bomb's made its way over. About to go down on the A side, and Brix's last known location is backside of Granny's. And surely enough, they get the rotation on to the backside. Look at this bomb plant. It's for the head glitch. You got a trophy. You just got to hope that Brix is not feeling it right now because it's a 1v2 for the clutch and a tied game, a tied series rolling into the control, or will we see the overtime? Brixta, wait for the head. Oh, there's no snake in here in this one, man. They are just not trying to ego. They are not trying to give this round away. And Gil, this is going to be difficult.
Oh, Brixta pulls through with a push, gets the double. I am stunned at how close these games are being. We saw that on Hardpoint, on S&D. We've already activated the overtime. And who am I going to be kidding if I say that I'm surprised by this? It is exactly what I was expecting. Round 13, ladies and gentlemen. So let's figure out as overtime begins. Back on offense, there's going to be the side of Enigma. Let's see what they figure out. Carrying the bomb, there's Etsy. And I think he saw someone's weapon, and he did. Takes that kill onto Nutella and immediately backs out. They don't want to risk it just yet. Still plenty of time left. A minute and a half in here. Said is the one preventing a potential rotation through back alley. Let's see if it works out for him. So far has not heard HBC nor the NCO, but he kind of got a gut feeling. So goes around the corner. Not going to work out. Another 1-for-1 trade is going to lead 4B3 in favor of Enigma now. They got the opportunity to plan over on Bravo, which seemingly is an odd strategy, but I definitely feel like they worked around that situation, and that's something that they genuinely aim for, right, Verdict?
No, it is right there. They hit it towards it. The back alley hit. HBC able to get the cleanup on Zed. That opened up the floodgate. Scores now about one shot in, but Legacy able to find another there. Denicio's dropped HBC, the last hope. 20 seconds left. You need 5 for the defuse. Gore's on a mission. He won't be denied the body shots. So madly disrespectful. Very well needed in this one, as Legacy's going to be able to get that defuse. And a great 2v4 retake for Gore and Legacy. Absolutely beautifully done. And as flawless as possible now, as we were looking at a that round should have been very well indeed in favor of Enigma. But what happened? Gore and Legacy happened. They combined for 26 in this Search or Destroy. And they're going to be able to take the advantage back in their hands, and they can close it out with the snap of 1 or 2 fingers here in this next round.
Oh my goodness, 31ers trying to pull it through. Let's see. Once again, changing sides. This is old time, fellas. Breaksta with a kill, HBC with a 1 as well. The opportunity now for Etsy to find someone else. He's currently waiting on the backside of Spawn, and that's gonna work out to perfection. Takes the kill into set, goes for the double at a distance, takes it like it's nothing. General Gore left alone. What is this? What even is this? How like we've seen games in the past go to overtime. That's the reality. But in this particular scenario, it's like it doesn't make sense how it's been like this. I'm genuinely at a loss of words. We have moved forward with the overtime. This is still tied, my friend.
This is still tied. Not a close round indeed there for the defense right now. They're remaining superior. First blood's in. Legacy and Denicio, they get the trade. Scores out, and that is a big piece of the puzzle here for the defense. Right now, you still got Nutella, Aether, and Legacy. Zed has just not been putting up the numbers that is necessary to make this one competitively close. Still remain pretty close here so far. Payoff round now, as we'll see on the attack. Brixa and Etsy trying to get a little bit of a evening factor. There goes the equalizer, as we do see that player drop. Looking for that A hit now as one player is there. It is Aether, and he has been on his game all game long. The call-outs now as Brixa is going to rotate right in front of him. Zed's going to be good for the 2-piece. Needed him to step up here in the Search and Destroy. Provided excellent shots to do so now as Denicio now left in a clutch situation. It's a 1v2. Do you get the bomb and plant it, or do you try to find these two is the question. 50 seconds left to go on the clock. You got a little bit of time to play with, but right now, there is no room for error, no margin for it in this case. Got to be crispy on these shots now as the rotation over to the A site. Spots the barrel. How is that hit marker not going to be there? He does follow it up, and Zed's dropped. Now it's all on Aether.
Okay, all right. 30 seconds left. I don't know if this is the case, but Aether with the duty to just not drop the ball, to not choke for the side of the 31ers, but also good call for the Denicio. I got no clue if that was not a wallbang, but you know what? Still got the kill. 20 seconds left. Gonna pick up that CBR from the ground. Opportunity to go try to plant the bomb, and that's exactly what's gonna happen. But I think Aether might get the audio cue. He did not. He still gets the gut feeling that he's there, and he's right. Bombs down. Denicio hiding. I don't think he saw Aether just yet. 40 seconds left. Aether undecisive, and I'd be doing the same thing if I'm being honest with you. Do I go right? Do I go left? Where do I go right now? I'm gonna go left. I'm gonna commit. No.
No.
He has not heard me.
Oh, there
He's
goes a
helping
spot,
him,
Inicio. Icy,
Oh
buddy.
boy.
That's icy. I mean, look, he played that one to a T. I said he had how many seconds? Like
Yes.
50. He needed to find the equalizer. He needed to find one of those bodies. And then he needed to get into the perfect COD timer to get that bomb plant down. And look at the positioning of it. It was just such a great play. The COD timing factored in, and the bomb plant coming down quickly. He couldn't be seen, and obviously he wins the round there. 2 for 2 trades. This one's quick. Etsy striking with a 3-piece before she's finally shut down. It's all on Legacy. This one is over.
Wow.
Gil, we are tied up, heading to the control. It's a 9-7. We didn't even get a chance to shout what was going on. It was happening way too damn quickly. And an answer back for Enigma.
Absolutely.
We said this team had potential to beat one of the better teams in EU for Search and Destroy. They did it. They put their money where their mouth is. It was 9-7. It was a long one. It wasn't drawn out quite well, but the job is done.
The job is done indeed. And honestly, that round, although at the end was a 1v2, was really, really close in there. I don't know who was the left one alive on the 31ers, but managed to get both enemies at half HP. So, oh man, I am loving it. 15 kills, ladies and gentlemen, for General Gore. 14 for Etsy, but the reality is that they all did amazing on both sides. 13 for Saiku, 14 also for Inicio, 10 for Brickster, 11 for HBC. The numbers are pretty even on both sides. Maybe said slightly behind than others, but generally just doing really, really good as well. GG, well played. You said it. We're tied going on to the control. And, you know, outside of all the 3 potential scenarios that I mentioned we could get among these 2 teams, this one's the best one, right? This was the best one. Not one dominating or the other, not one underperforming or the other. It's just both teams putting in a show as they attempt to go into the semifinals of this Mobile Mayhem season.
Yep, that's right. It's a guaranteed spot for at least a bronze matchup at the very least. Now, if you're just now tuning in, if you missed out on the action, it was a 31ers very dominant performance towards the end win in the hardpoint opener. I think it was like 250 to 205, something around there, but that P2 closeout absolutely clutch. Search and Destroy, it went the distance and then some. A 9-7 win in the second round of overtime rounds. The win in the Search and Destroy goes in favor of Enigma. We're tied up. Heading into the control, as I'm taking a look at the best of 5, we are heading to Summit. This one's about to be a very, very high intensity, fast paced, just, I mean, we're going to see gunny galore here in this one. It has the potential to go to a round 5. This matchup, is we have already mentioned, Gale just hit it on the head. This is the one that had most potential to go to a, you know, at least a game 4, maybe even a game 5 scenario. It's just depending on what team shows up right now. Hardpoint victorious there for the 31ers. Search and Destroy, question mark? It goes in favor of Enigma? Wow, we're starting to see a little bit of like power coming through for both teams in unexpected areas.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now Control and Summit, as you mentioned, is going to be as chaotic as we've all seen so far in here, but well caught there. Enigma there being on defense, as we are assuming that there's a high chance of us going on to round 5. Is going to have a huge impact on it. So let's begin loading into the game, ladies and gentlemen. Summit, these 10 players fighting for their spot on the next round of Mobile Mayhem. Enigma, 31ers giving their all. So for now, I wanna check on with Nutella this time around. I feel like Nutella was a player doing really, really great in there. I'm not too sure if he had a little bit of lag. He didn't move there for a second, but all right, a few kills are going to be traded in and out. Immediately getting inside of the objective is going to be Ether, who finds the kill onto Saiku. Raid here for Ether, who changes strategy. Now goes onto onto Dark. Just waiting left to right. There's the shotgun by Legacy. Gotta love it, man. R90. 4 kills, just like that, verdict.
Yeah, just like that.
Man, I love shotguns. I feel like they're disgusting in a way, but I love them nonetheless, you know?
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I don't know if this is a dub or an L. What is that camo trying to pop out? I mean, missed both doof-doofs right there, but what is that camo popping out of the the snake skin. It's kind of creepy. It's kind of crawly, right? I don't know. It's kind of grimy right now. 22-22. We are dead even in this one. Attack side was able to manage to pick up first tick of progress, but ticks don't get the job done. You need all three of them to extend the clock. 36 seconds left to go in it, to be exact. And you're sent back to the spawns. This one's not good. Gore is trying to hold the fort down here as he's looking for a little bit of map control. B is going to be occupied there by the defense, and 3 in the feed. Make it 4 as Inicio finds the 2-piece. We're going to go back to square one now as everyone's back into the site. The attacks round so far has not been successful. As a matter of fact, kind of getting outslayed, you're getting outplayed. We'll see if they can get some contacts here as to clean it out now as Legacy is finally able to get onto the point. That's going to stop the clock for the time being, but 0 margin of error here as we see 12 seconds left to go on the clock. Those ticks need to be coming through instantly, with Legacy getting dropped right there off the bat. Not a good sign now as 2 ticks are solidified. Need that third to extend the clock. You managed to do a little bit of justice on it. You are going to be able to get the times as the bodies do come through. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're taking times at home, the clock goes quicker on the ticks if you stack the hill with more than 3.
I did not know that, but look at that. 2 tickets going to be taken. Only 8 lives left. Brixton trying to push inside here. Going to go for that kill. Not going to be possible. Gets taken down. Denicio. This one trying to push. Nutella's going to say no to that. The third tick about to break through. Only 4 lives left. No more respawns, but there's no one inside. And Saiku is trying to keep that from changing, but not going to happen. The Tech 5 is going to be popped. This round going to be secured by the members of 30 Warriors. And there it is. There it is. Close to the net for the majority of this round, but it only takes a single moment. I feel like, in a sense, these two teams had to realize that, as even as they're facing one another, a single moment can change the pace of the entirety of the round. And 31ers made it worth their time in there as they pick up the first round, and now they're defending. This is no longer looking good for the members of the.
Oh my! Look at that too. We flipped sides and. What looked like a great opener just walked right into the grab vortex shots. Zed going to be able to open up with 2-piece of his on there with the absolute stunning Predator missile. And right now we flip sides and back to the spawn we go here for the attacking side. HPC was the only member alive left standing here on this first initial wave, and he's found himself into the opponent's spawn. But with an MX-9, no range, and probably not the best option, Nutella shuts him down there. No hits, no bueno, no dice. Denicio trying to find something going. They need a few numbers to drop before they hop this hill. Let's get the intel there for the Annihilator, but not going to be able to hit a single shot, and that is very unfortunate. Gore trying to do the same thing. He gets shut down. Zed there for the trades, though. And just like that, 35 seconds left to go on the clock. Back to the spawns we go here for the attack, and back to square one. As we see 0 map control here for the attack now, as we start to see a little bit of progress here on the B side. And that's the great thing about Summit, man. You can be sent back to the spawn one moment, and then you can be back on B just as quickly.
Absolutely. Now Etsy, trying to survive, but got spotted there by Legacy. The clone is going to be popped by Briggs to find a double kill onto Legacy Nether. Great way to overcome the pressure over on Bravo. 10 lives on both sides. 20 seconds left, but that story can change pretty quickly, pretty effectively on one of the 2 sides. So let's wait and see. Bricksta still finding another kill before having to move around now. 7 on each side. B about to be captured. Legacy just killed themselves. 6 for each. How? This, ladies and gentlemen, is this scripted? Am I getting trolled? How is it so close among these 2 teams? The objective is gonna be captured 1-for-1 trade yet again. No more respawn. Side with a claw. Gonna get a kill. Gonna get killed himself. 4v4, a minute on the clock. Nutella with a kill. Legacy trying to push forward. General Gore answering back. 3 versus 2. Etsy with a kill. Etsy with a double. Etsy now alongside with Brixta. Brixta with a Pred missile. Gonna get a intel though, which is important. It still gets the kill. Legacy get destroyed, kid. You thought you were safe. Well, you thought wrong. Now Nutella left alone goes for that kill, but Brixta is gonna be the one to clutch that one up. Without her, without that brilliant play, I gotta be honest, I thought that she was not gonna get that Pred kill, but not only did she get the kill, got the intel, went for that last kill, and all of a sudden we're tied once again. This has to be scripted, man.
It's gotta be. I didn't write this one. Sorry, chat. I would have been much better. Obviously, the first series of our night would have been delivering much more material right now. The second series has been a heart throbber. It hasn't been a banger so far. We're tied up in it in both the series count and the round count here in the control. Can't make this stuff up, chat. We are rolling with it. Right now, we're going to roll into our first listen, and it has been a bit topsy-turvy. Has been back and forth, but we're going to see how the comms are sounding here on the regame bounce-back round here for the attack. We'll jump in with the comms of the side of 31ers.
HPC engage, HPC engage. Langsam. 21.
Top minus 70, top minus 70.
Ich flashe auf Long. Flash, du die Flash. Flash, Double Flash.
1 minute left.
Lazy bait mich ruhig. Lass. Also ein direkt vorne.
Down.
Ey, Sinon, ey, kommt spawn!
Lass cappen. Ich halte nicht noch zu dir.
Container.
Hast du mal Top?
Snow. Einer Snow.
Ja, egal.
Jetzt Kade. Ist man dead?
Zwei Pitchu.
Green. P3 One-Shots. Stairs, One-Shot, nice.
Schön.
Schaut auf live, Jungs.
Da waren zwei P3, Jungs.
11-15. P3 dead. Okay, ganz langsam.
Top Control Window jetzt.
Warte auf mich, da ist immer einer Legacy.
Lass mal Snow rotieren,
Oh, man, you gotta love the comms there. We get the job done on the ASAP. There was somebody in our spawn we have to deal with ASAP. Took a few bodies before they did it. It was actually 2. It was HBC and Etsy. They both get dealt with, but damage is done. 6 lives remaining here. A minute left on the clock. Gil, anything can happen here in these rounds. They might get out of hand for a moment, but just like that, in the flick of a wrist, we see things get done here in this control summit right now. It's 4 left to do the job. This one not looking doable here. The attack might be a little unsuccessful here. The defense might be able to prevail. It's all on Legacy. It's a 1v5. There's 8, or it's a 1v8 technically. It ain't looking too good. We'll see how much longer they feed this R9 before they figure out, hey, we don't have to push him. We don't have to do this.
Yeah, in the flick of a second, no one's safe in this Mobile Mayhem Funhouse, but this is clearly gonna be a defensive round victory in favor of Enigma, and that's exactly what we were hoping for. Legacy finally decides to push, but as we all knew, the odds were clearly against his side. A 2-1 lead, round number 4. The 31ers could not clutch it up, and now as we go in round 4, Enigma having a clean path to victory if they manage to pull through it all. And immediately there's going to be the attack pipe being popped by them. We've already heard the comms on the side of the 31ers, and because of that aggression on the side of Enigma, I think we should go take a quick listen in onto the side.
Green dead. Lock cage. Nutella cage, give back top. I'm watching bomb control. Oh, wait, see them.
He's dead.
Get on B. I'm coming to help. Nice, good check. Get on pressure.
He's dead.
Take a hold down, I've got green. Two green.
Guys, focus on A.
He's watching you, he's watching top blue. Nice.
Let's snow. I have snow.
One more green, one mid lane. No one push P4. Green is flush.
Guys, I have snow.
One top. One good green. Top still, top dead, dog shit. Keep pushing.
Or whatever.
One on B, nice.
Oh my god, bro.
I got you. Con. Jump on A, we need to cap. Con still. I'm stunned top.
No, snow. He's one shot.
Green barrels.
Watch for snow.
One top still. Two top. Watch the window. They have tag. Watch the window.
Watching top.
One computer. One bomb control. One top.
They have tech 5.
Look alive.
One shot says, oh, you have tech 5.
Nice. I'm on B with you.
Oh, top.
Oh boy, Brixa, talk your ish, man. I love to hear it. Brixa, sounding off the last comm I heard, Gil, was you got attack 5 and both of you couldn't get me? That's tough. Right now, 45 seconds left to go. They can deliver one blow and shut the lights out here for this game at number 3, the control. Hanging on by a thread, 11-6 as the B capture comes through. Only one tick needed here on A.
Oh my god, there's only 5 lives, no more second chances, no more respawns, and Bricks that continues to talk her talk. In here, finds the kill to General Gore, turns around, but he's not even needed, ladies and gentlemen. Enigma.
Yikes.
2 in a row, 3-1 victory. This control had only a single defensive round, and it was for Enigma. Wait, did they got 3 rounds in a row? They did, right?
Yo, 3 rounds in a row. That's right, Gil. The first round attack strats were on point there for the side of 31ers. But, I mean, hey, we came down to that 2v2. Remember in round number 2 where Brickster went hammer? I'm still shocked that that Predator missile hit. I don't know. She had to curve the Preddy or something because that player was inside. I looked at it afterwards. I didn't see where the impact came through. I just saw the outcome, the result. He was in the corner tucked right near the spawn site of the opponents. Man, you go back to that round, that could have been the game changer, right? Of course, we just see 3 rounds in a row. They just tossed the side of the 31ers into the blender. Now take a look at the post-action report. Big kills coming through. Bricks are talking mad-ish, and I love it. 27-19 in the life count as well for them. KD looking immaculate. 3,600 score. 26-23 for Denisio. We're getting geared up for game number 4, ladies and gentlemen. Taking score, our count at home. It's 2-1 lead in favor of the Enigma squad. They came to play today, Gil. I gotta reset my emulator too. Do not start admins.
No problem. Oh man, it's just insane. 2-1 Enigma with the advantage and the opportunity, fellas, to clutch it up, to make it happen, to go forward. It is gonna be hard point on takeoff. So we have to wait for that to start. But let me tell you all, I feel like this next one could be not only is the opportunity for Enigma to clutch it, I feel like they are gonna be the ones putting the upfront most pressure onto the opponents. And if the side of the 31ers do not find a way to counter that aggression from the side of Enigma, they might be in for trouble. And if they miss that opportunity, we could see a 3-1 victory for Enigma here.
It could be. And this is a map that the 31ers did not pick. This is the second hard point brought to you by Enigma making the map selection. So the side of the map will be selected by the side of 31ers. They chose to be on the blue side, which I'm not sure what that means as of yet. We'll find out as soon as we jump into it. My emulator is back up and running as I do reset after every game. We are good to go. We are good to hop into what could be the last game of the night, ladies and gentlemen. 31ers take a massive win in that control. Can they do it here in a 3-1 fashion, though? Can they win the hard point? This is where they struggled at in the first opener. But remind you, that was 31ers picked for a reason. They showed how well they played that map. We'll see if the side of Enigma can strike back just as quickly here in the hard point.
Go to the action, everybody. Rush in as quickly as you can. Is do or die situation for the 31ers immediately. Ether is going to bounce inside of the circle about the fight about a breakthrough. Etsy going to find a kill. Ether with a quick retake alongside with a knock by Sed, but there's still someone inside, and Ether knows that. Just roaming around trying to go for that kill, and that same aggression is going to be the boom from Brixton now, pushing forward onto the enemy spawn. Going to be spotted by Nutella, and the action continues inside of the kill. There's Saiku. Let's be reminded that the first kill is definitely a really hard one to defend, but we are still going to see a bit of control there. About 13 seconds of control in the hands of the members of the Enigma. They're going to be bouncing back inside. Saiku in here may not have any kills just yet. Actually, finally breaks through it and gets the first one, but the points that they are securing for the team are definitely going to be really important. This is exactly what I was talking about. I felt like Enigma was definitely going to be in for a lot of aggression, and that's exactly what they're doing. They are immediately capitalizing on each and every single kill they get. And right now, they're going to be the first ones to rotate onto P number 2. Saiku defending on this side. Saiku with the opportunity to find a couple of kills, finds one, a little bit of damage onto General Gore. The call is going to be made. The push is there for Nutella, not going to be enough. The point continues to be secured by Enigma.
And it is. Bricks leading the pack here in this one so far. 5 on board, looking to make it 6. Freebies, I'll take the backside. Aether there for the quick trade. Now we're tied up in the life count, kill count. It's not going to be enough to tie up the game so far. It's It's been a scrappy P2 staircase. It's been fruitful for both teams. The contest had been a very, very heavy, hard way to deal with. Their legacy there trying to play his life to the fullest. Now as we see things start to unravel, Nutella the last one standing here for the blue side of things. They have a little bit of an opportunity to close this gap, but it is kills in the yellow feed, favoring Enigma, who are going to be able to take the lead and run away with it now. Battle for the new spawns is just as relevant on the minds of both teams. You can see Legacy's already made the hard rotation over, trying to play the anchor role here. He's got the right gun to do it, able to chop down one on the rotation. Looking for the second, Denicio. Nope, not so fast, my friend. I got 8 in the feed for myself. And I'm looking to extend that one now as we start to see trades coming through. Looking for the action to score. And just like that, we are unsure of who's going to win this rotation. Right now, the spawns. Where did Denicio come from? That's right, my friend. They're flipping. They're crazy here in the side of takeoff, and they can be just as crazy on any other map. Certainly, the pressure is going to be dealt with. Denicio is going to be out. So here comes the operators. Bricksta looking to make good on the axe of the claw, but only able to find one before it drops. This is a bloodbath here in P3, and the secret spawns are going to be finally locked down for nobody. How in the hell is HBC and Denicio spawning right back on it?
Honestly, it doesn't even make sense. So close responding to these heal, but even though they're still not breaking through it. Finally, they're gonna be doing it with 20 seconds left, and in the middle of everybody, General Gore just spawned behind like 3 people.
Yikes.
I don't know. I don't know, man. Like, I know that spawns can be crazy, but I don't think I've seen them as crazy as it was on this game so far, Verdict. We're moving now on to P4, and I'm not too sure if we're going to see the same, but I wouldn't be surprised no more now. 20 points gap, 20 points lead in favor of Enigma as well. We're going to get in here the rotation. The only one inside is going to be General Gore. There's the push from Denicio, not going to be enough, but there is effectiveness on the push by Etsy. Etsy also popping the Tag 5 alongside with Annihilator by Denicio. Denicio spotting that they are probably going to be spawning in here. Takes 1 kill, goes for the second, lands it, maybe a triple, of course. What about a quad? Take it home.
Easy.
Maybe take a 5th one in here. Denicio making it happen. No. Last one is going to be missed. Do not worry about it, fellas, because the control is still going to be heavily in favor of Enigma, and a huge part was that combo of the Tag 5 alongside with an outstanding use of the Annihilator by Denicio.
You know, one of the things that I pointed out after the first hardpoint was Etsy's your primary player with the Tag 5. They had lightweight on in game number 1. They have overclock on now. That is the biggest adjustment that was necessary. Maybe you give yourself, I'm not saying it would have changed the outcome of the game number 1 results, but to give your team a little bit more of a fighting chance, knowing that you could pop that a little quicker. Right now, they are certainly popping it, and they've got a little bit of a lead. It's 30-point advantage rolling into P1, reset, and kill. Things are getting a little out of hand here. We'll see if we can reel it back for the 31ers. They need to have a bigger P1 impact than they did the last time around. It was only like 12 points rolling into that P2 site. They need to take advantage of it right now. If you're going to give it away points for free, Seikyu will kindly take them. They've got 85 seconds on the hill. They've got kills galore as well in the outskirts. They got perimeter control, and it does not look like the 31ers have a say on this P1 so far.
Not so far at least, but let's see what General Gore has to say now with this Annihilator. No, misses that shot, and Saiku makes him pay the price, but the control still in the hands of Nutella. Nutella bouncing out of his hiding spot, and he's spotted, gonna be killed. And we knock down Etsy now with the control inside of the hill. The time between Etsy and Saiku is definitely outstanding. Both of them have spent over a minute and a half each of them. On the side of 31ers, the one with the most is 76, but the others are definitely struggling with those numbers. That advantage from 20 going all the way up to 50. Etsy shooting a few bodies. I'm not too sure if you caught that, but it seems like Etsy feeling fancy breaks the kill using that 100 killer drone. The Pred missile also gonna be used. There's the Vortex by Saiku, and the control actively working now heavily for Enigma. Verdict.
Yeah.
This game is getting out of hands for
they're running circles around him right now. Enigma putting a smackdown here on the 31ers. Let them talk their ish. We're going to go ahead and queue up and hear how they're sounding here in game number 4. They must be sounding pretty damn well. Let's find out as we do our first listen in with Enigma.
Still window.
We do this.
Tickets window.
One more. Oh shit. P1. Watch ticket. I got the window.
Just tech hill.
There's one behind
One on side. Window.
Full flash. It's fine. Go for new.
Go for new.
Just go for new.
One old.
On the stairs.
Go in.
Nice.
Go.
Ticket stairs dead.
Pick on me.
Pushing old like that.
Blue. One more ticket stairs.
Blue.
I spawn limits.
Yeah, nice.
One minute.
No, 1 minute.
Go main. One main.
We spawn medic.
Top red.
I'm going top red.
Top red.
One shot.
Yo, one of the things that I gotta call out, and we'll continue to do so, those spawns at P3 never locked down, never cease to amaze me. I spawned in with Denisio, who for the life of me spawned right behind everybody in secret. Right now, he's gonna get the graces of some COD timing and some great shots here with the Annie. He was flawless earlier. I don't think he's gonna be as flawless. Maybe he will be. We'll see if he provides some shots. Oh! Clip it, Chad. My guy is a one-man wrecking crew in the objective there with the Annihilator. Finally gets shut down, but they got the spawns for new. They got a 70-point advantage. 31ers, even if they had a shot for a comeback, seeing the spawns here in P3, not necessarily a great thing.
I mean, you can shut down a player, but you cannot shut down an idea. And what Dinesio is doing has brought him into a lot of success for himself, but also Izao is doing the exact same thing, as 70-point lead in favor of Enigma, as they are now trying to defend the inside of P4 from the top side. Dinesio with the holder, waiting for someone to walk by. He will now be pressuring, takes one, goes for two, but as long as he gets the enemy down, that's all that matters. But the control is still not going to be there quite yet for the members of Enigma. Breaks that. Now he popped up. Etsy follows through with the same path. The next one to try to push from behind is Saiku. Saiku going to find one, goes for the second. Not going to be possible. For the first time, we're seeing a holdback in favor of the 31ers. The problem is that although they're holding themselves alive, they're not really taking the points. Finally, it seems like they're going to do it, but they don't. You know, it gets so close. And as good as they are managing to survive in here, Verdict, they're just not taking points.
Yeah, I mean, there's a difference between surviving and living right now. Surviving only hanging on by a thread. Etsy has been in the same corner. Nobody wants to peek this. The contest going to deny a ton of points. On top of that, your opponents are going to grow that lead a little bit longer. This is it. P3 or P1 reset a third time around. And it is 70-point advantage rolling into it. You can't be feeling too confident knowing that you are down by this amount of points, but this is where it's got to start. This is where you got to kick it back into high gear. This is where champions are made. Will you be able to persevere this kind of a deficit and overcome your opponents? Right now, it's not looking good. Enigma going to be able to lead off with a few kills. They don't need to play the hill, but hell, if you're going to be giving away time for free, they will surely be able to take advantage of it now, as we see 31ers not able to rise up and shut down the P1 hills. Operators there for Gore is going to be shut down. Now, you've got no choice but to play the objective, and you can't find the operator kills to do so. Brixa is hemorrhaging this team. Denisio doing the same. They are finding the shots. They are shutting down the 31ers, and they are frying them. Absolutely disgraceful performance of this two players.
Annihilator.
No, bro. Absolutely gross.
Half the kills of Denisio have been the Annihilator. I'm telling you, man. It's just wild how good, how much value he's taking off of it. They only need less than 20 seconds in here. It's not going to be given just quite yet. But as we move on to point number 2, Verdict, this game is going to be over soon. I'm telling you, Nutella trying to survive, going to be popping that. Tech 5 is going to be taking out also that 100-killer drone, but the nades are flying by. The enemies are pushing in. The use of the Vortex Mage is not be enough. The only one alive left is going to be Ether. No, Ether is now getting the help of one of his allies. The pressure from both staircases at the same time, hitting with a triple kill, Verdict. And I think this is going to be the last nail in the coffin on the side of the 31ers.
It is. This is it. Madly disrespectful performance here out of the tandem duo and Brixa and Denisio. They have just absolutely reaped every bit of the action here. 44 and 42 apiece. Game's not over with just yet. Oh, well, Brixa says, hold my cup, Verdict. Only 1 second's needed. You can body shoot as much as you want. It don't matter. That is game number 4 coming down to the wire. Absolutely not. It was 250 and 147. They were destroying them, Gil. This one wasn't even close. It started out lopsided and it got worse as it progressed. 31ers just not able to stand up to the challenge, and they get obliterated here in game number 4. Enigma, I don't know what you put together over the weekend. I don't know what you did, but continue to do so. That was a brilliant display of hardpoint action, followed up by just 3 games of dominant play from you. Typical, very well played indeed. 31ers, not today.
Not today, Enigma. They took that momentum from Control, and as I mentioned, they just moved it directly onto the hardpoint, making just an outstanding performance in there. 45 kills for the Nisio, 43 for Bricksta. This combo, this duo was insane, completely unstoppable. And alongside with them, it was his allies just helping them get through it all. You know, they were, as much as they were frying, they were not necessarily spending the most time inside of the OBJs, but when you look at Saiku and Etsy both with 2+ minutes inside of the hills, this was just such a great teamwork. And as I mentioned, seems like the Enigma's machine was well oiled up, and 31ers just could not fight against it.
No, they couldn't. That tandem duo in Bricksta Denisio, my God, way too overwhelming here for the side of the 31ers. Well, let's talk about the duo. We'll let the trio come back into play. Vienna, talk to me. That one was a brutal game 4 to watch if you're a 31ers fan. But if you're a fan of Bricksta Denisio, boy, did they get a lot of clips out of it. They were just, I don't even know how to put it in words that are, they were pissing on them. I don't know what else to say. I mean, that's about it. 3-1 victory. That hardpoint just, oh, I need a bath. That was frightening.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we started very promising on the side of 31ers. They had such a good hardpoint, right? Hacienda was their game, right? And after seeing that hardpoint and the kills and the OBJ that they put each up, I was very confident on the side of 31ers. But then I knew that Enigma is a very strong team, talking about S&D, right? They won against very good teams in S&D, so I didn't really thought much about it, right? I was thinking that Enigma gonna win, and that actually happened. We started, as I said, with a good hardpoint on the side of 31ers. In the first set of hills, nobody really had a lead, right? Everyone was like trying to get scraps, trying to get early rotations, but didn't really happen. We were very, very close. Moving into the second set of hills, it was kind of the same at the beginning, but then the early rotations and early setups on the side of 31ers actually helped them to get the lead, and with the control from P2, they actually win. Legacy dropped 50 kills, and we did have either who dropped 2 minutes 33 on the OBJ. Now in the S&D, I was sure Enigma gonna have a good play, right? Because as I said earlier, they won multiple times the S&D against very good teams. So I was thinking they're gonna win. Well, we were kind of going back and forth, right? Around in favor of Enigma and around in favor of 31ers, but overall Enigma managed to send us in overtime, right? We were very close. They sent us in overtime, and they pick up 2 rounds one after each other, and they won, Etsy being the MVP, getting 14 kills. In the control, well, Enigma started with the defensive side, right? And I did watch Nutella for a couple of seconds. I think he was like AFK for like at least half of the first round. But 31ers managed to get that win. But that was the last one that they got, because after that, Enigma just fried. Like, they got the kills, they got the point, they got everything. They were actually on point. We did had a good usage of score streaks. You said that, and also operators, right? So it was very, very good. Bricksta managed to be the MVP with 27 kills. And then coming into the hardpoint, after the first hardpoint that they had, now coming into this hardpoint, they were like looking very, very strong. They had the S&D win, they had the control win, right? They needed just one, and they actually get it. The hardpoint was all about them. That duo, Bricksta, Denisio, was impeccable. They were doing the kills, they were doing the control, they were anchoring. It was all about them, in my opinion, in that hardpoint. The rest of the team helped too, but Denisio ends up having 45 kills, and I think Bricksta 43. So yeah, definitely that duo was very, very strong. And to be honest, even if we started with a good P1, right, it was quite close. 31er picked up some points. The transition towards P2, and from that one, you know, P3, P4, and P1 reset and so on, it was all about Enigma. They had the control on that takeoff map, and it was very good. Therefore, they actually won a 3-1. And yeah, it was so good on their side.
Righty. Man, what an eventful day. If you missed the action, you didn't miss much in our first series. We'll take a look at the results from the day. 3-0 win. Very, very dominant performance out of 117 knockdown, and an upset at the highest caliber. That's right, Enigma are moving on. 31ers out the door they go. No chance for prize pool, no chance to prove they are better. And what we started out to be one of the best seasons for this team in particular. I'm not saying it was, you know, an absolute catastrophe, but hey, you know what? It is what it is. Enigma came through and performed very, very well. And very fortunate for them, they will be moving on. Gil, I don't know what's going on with your mic, homie, but the background is, I don't know, did you just like turn an air dryer on in the background and just like...
Does it sound bad?
I don't know, it's just a little bit of background static. I think it's fixed now, so we should be good. But
yes,
okay,
I'd love
yeah,
to show
sorry.
the brackets, but I mean,
iffy?
yeah, I mean they're not iffy. It's just they don't look that good. We'll show it anyways. We'll let you guys run through it.
Right. Want to go over them, Diana?
Oh, yeah, sure. Wait, they're from the chat, right? Okay. So we did had today's games, right? 31ers versus Enigma. Enigma won, right? Enigma gonna move on, and they're gonna play against Animus for semifinals. We do have 117 not found versus FA Duck. 117 not found won, and they're gonna move on to play against Kings, right? I think this will see Thursday, right? This game. So yeah, and after that we're gonna have finals and the bronze game in the next win. But I'm actually very, very excited about these games for Thursday. So yeah, definitely Thursday. Yes, Thursday. I was
So,
like, for a second I was like,
For a second, what?
oh, I was for a second. Did I say Tuesday or Thursday? No, it's I'm sorry.
So
Just
I need to hear everybody's thoughts. Today's games, did they perform up to par as what we expected, or were we overall like on the senses like this? I mean, anything could have happened, right? I think we knew 117 had an upper hand, but that Enigma matchup definitely definitely one we're gonna have to go back and reevaluate, right?
I'm gonna go first, okay? Because you asked. In the first matchup, right, we did had 117 not found versus FA Ducks, and as I said earlier, you know, with all the issues that we had and so on, I was expecting, you know, FA Ducks to actually put a better performance in this matchup. Obviously, 117 did amazing, and we did saw them all season long doing amazing, right? So I was thinking that it's gonna be a little bit closer, you know, especially being the first game. Having a 3-0 was quite brutal, in my opinion. But this is just me, right? And then moving towards the second game, okay, matchup that was Enigma versus 31ers, it was like a blast, you know. We did saw more engagement, we did saw closer games, we did saw, you know, more control, more like, it was a little bit better. In my opinion, I did prefer the last matchup that we had. And I'm actually very happy that we managed to see them play right now. How about you, Gil?
I definitely agree with what you mentioned on the side of 117 and the Dogs. I was expecting a 3-0 victory or a 3-1 victory for 117, but not for the reasons that we saw tonight. Unfortunately, that was not what I anticipated by any means. On the other hand, what was also a surprise to me, I did mention that I wouldn't be surprised for us to go to a game 5 on this Enigma versus the 31ers, and we pretty much could have, in a sense. I feel like that Search and Destroy being 9-7 could have been anyone's game. We could have gone to a 2 tie and then go to the last one. But at the same time, I thought that there was going to be a bit of an edge for the 31ers. I thought, if I'm being honest with you, as close as I thought it could have been, it wasn't this close. And I thought that the 31ers could have an edge. but Enigma did it perfectly on that control hardpoint combo at the end. They pretty much just clashed them both together to make sure that the momentum never swapped off of their hands. And I'm really, really happy with what we saw here on this second match. The first one, not so much, but, I feel like the second one made up for it. And, I can't even wait for what's going to come for us on Thursday.
Yeah, me too. So,
Absolutely.
verdict? Do you
That's
want to add
it.
something?
No, I think you guys hit it on the head. I think
You'll need to be online.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
thank
that
you.
was my Siri. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Siri. We appreciate it.
What?
Thank you. We need to be online. Thank you, Miss Siri. We appreciate it. I think that's the note right there. Thursday, we will be continuing the action. Join in the semifinals. It's Animus versus Enigma, and it is Kings versus 117 Not Found. One of those teams out of each matchup will be moving on to the grand finals. One of them will be heading to the lower bracket to face off against each other in the bronze one. So that, of course, the grand finals will be on next Tuesday, 1 week from now. We still got plenty of action here as the season's coming down to the wire. We will be back live at 8 p.m. Eastern time, where Deanna won't be joining us this time, unfortunately, I don't think, unless Ken has some kind of, odd predicament come up. But if that does happen, we might have to just, somebody sabotage Ken. We'll have Deanna back as a host in NA. But Gilmania and I will be back live for NA action for the quarterfinals. Be sure to tune in. Until then, we're going to hear a word from CODM. We're going to sign out. We're going to see you guys on Thursday. Later.
Bye.